All right, folks, we are ready to rock and roll. Welcome to another play-by-play original commentary reaction, play-by-play analysis of tonight's Pistons basketball game. We are taking on the Toronto Raptors on the road, and man, oh man, did we miss some drama on Monday night. We'll get into that shortly. No beef stew, no Jalen Duren for a while, so the Pistons bench is going to have to hold down the fort here. Moments away from tip-off, Pistons and Toronto Raptors, two teams atop of the Eastern Conference. Pistons in first place right now. They took down the Charlotte Hornets on Monday night on the road. Raptors have a really solid team. They're the 5 seed right now. 2 All-Stars with Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. We are ready to rock and roll. What's going on, BD? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Like the live stream, subscribe if you guys are new. Jakob Poeltl and Paul Reed at the center court for tip-off, and we are underway. Raptors control the basketball here. Emmanuel quickly at the top of the key, working against Asar Thompson, finds Scotty Barnes on the left wing, working against Cade Cunningham. Scotty with the basketball, trying to direct traffic at the top of the key. Finds Brandon Ingram, switches back off to his left. Ingram inside here, mid-range jump shots off the mark, no good. Boarded by Cade Cunningham. Cade with the basketball on the left wing, working against the Raptors here, trying to set something up on the offense. Cade kicks it back outside of Duncan Robinson, right back to Cade at the top of the key. Cade goes inside, tries to get it to Paul Reed. It's going to be deflected out of bounds here. It's going to stay here with Pistons basketball. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in, guys. It ate me alive inside on Monday that I was not able to call that Pistons and Hornets basketball game. So much drama, multiple suspensions. We'll get into it at the next commercial break, but welcome to the show, guys. What's going on, Hal? How you doing, buddy? What's going on, Naughty Ghost? Paul Reed steps up and takes a 3, and he knocks it in. How about B-ball Paul Reed to start the game from the outside? He drills a 3, and the Pistons go up 3-0 here. Raptors miss a layup on the back end here, boarded by Tobias Harris. Tobias with the basketball to full court, working against Brandon Ingram on the right wing here. Tobias trying to direct traffic, finds Paul Reed. Thought about a 3 again, drives baseline inside here. Paul Reed puts up a shot, and he puts it in. B-ball Paul Reed putting in work for the Pistons down the stretch as they take a 5-0 lead to start this basketball game. Scotty Barnes finds Jakob Poeltl inside here to RJ Barrett. Barrett with the basketball inside to Poeltl. Puts up the layup, up and in, and the Raptors are on the board. 5-2 basketball game. 10:37 left to play in the first quarter. Jakob Poeltl, he has missed the last 24 games due to a back injury, so good to see Jakob Poeltl back in the rotation for the Raptors, starting center for them. Paul Reed finds Cade Cunningham. He puts up a 3, and he buries it on the left wing. Cade Parker Cunningham getting it to go. 8-2 basketball game. 10:15 left to play in the first quarter here. Scotty Barnes finds Brandon Ingram at the top of the key. Deflected by Paul Reed, gets it back to Brandon Ingram. Ingram working on Reed on the right wing here. Ingram drives to his left inside, back outside to Quickly. He takes a 3, off the mark, no good. It's boarded by B-ball Paul Reed. Okay, with the basketball to full court here, working against Scotty Barnes. Stolen away by Scotty. Scotty inside here to RJ Barrett for the nice, easy layup in transition. 8-4 basketball game. 9:45 left to play. Asar Thompson finds Paul Reed underneath, and he puts it up and in. How about the start that B-ball Paul Reed is having? Third string center for the Pistons. We're going to need him down the stretch, especially because Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren both got suspended. Brandon Ingram at the top of the key outside of Scotty Barnes. Back to Ingram on the left wing, inside to Jakob Poeltl. He puts up a layup, no good, boarded by Tobias Harris. Tobias working in transition, going coast to coast. Finds Duncan Robinson on the left wing here. Duncan inside the paint, kicks it back out to Tobias from the corner for 3. In and out, no good, boarded by Quickly. Upside to RJ Barrett. 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. RJ Barrett working against Tobias Harris on the left wing. Finds Jakob Poeltl working against Paul Reed. Finds RJ Barrett. Tries to get it inside to Brandon Ingram on the left block. Working against Duncan Robinson. Outside to Quickly. Working against Asar. Inside now to Scotty Barnes. Working against Cade on the inside here. Turnaround jump shot for Scotty Barnes is good. Tough shot for Scotty Barnes. 10-6 basketball game. 8:44 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like and subscribe if you guys know to get your guys' comments in just a second here. Asar Thompson on the left wing working against quickly. Finds Cade Cunningham at the top of the key. Working against Scotty Barnes. Cade inside to Paul Reed for the slam. How about the find from Cade at the top of the key? And B-ball, Paul Reed is putting in work tonight for the Pistons. Off the bench, you love to see it, man. Asar Thompson tried to grab the loose ball off the inbound pad. It's going to be deflected by Asar. It's going to stay here with the Raptors basketball. Paul Reed already's got 9 points tonight for the Pistons. You love to see it, man. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Pistons 12, Raptors 6 here. We got a good one, folks. 2 top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference. This is the Pistons' last game before the All-Star break here. Scotty Barnes trying to back down Cade inside here. Left-handed layups, no good. Gets his own rebound. Tries to find a behind-the-back pass to Quickly. Back outside to Ingram. He thought about a three. Working inside against Tobias Brandon Ingram. All the way to the hole, and he puts it up and in. 12-8 basketball game, 8:02 left to play in the first quarter. Cade working against Scotty Barnes on the right wing. Finds Paul Reed inside here. Paul Reed puts up a shot, and he buries it. Stop playing with B-ball, Paul Reed. He's got 11 points in the first quarter. That's our third-string center. Ladies and gentlemen, don't disrespect B-ball, Paul Reed. Love to see it, man. Ingram inside here, kicks it back out to Scotty Barnes, finds Emmanuel Quickly on the right wing, gives it off to R.J. Barrett. Barrett with the basketball, drives baseline, inside for the nice, easy layup. It's a 14-10 basketball game. 7:30 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons have it at the top of the key. Scotty Barnes is going to get called for the first foul of the game, working against Cade at the top of the key. Raptors, I believe, are going to use a couple substitutions, and the Pistons are looking solid to start the opening first quarter on the road in Canada. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. What's going on, Hal? What's going on, Burnell? What's going on, Will? Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Like and subscribe. If you guys are new, let me know who's here in the chat. Crazy madness that has ensued for the Pistons on Monday night. We got the W over the Charlotte Hornets. A couple guys are suspended. Beef Stew out 7 games. Jalen Duren out 2 games. B-ball Paul Reed having to step up to the occasion. Tobias Harris puts up a shot, no good. He does get fouled, though, and Tobias Harris is going to go to the free throw line and try and knock down these free throws. 14-10 basketball game. Paul Reed, 11 points so far for the Pistons to start this first quarter. Absolute animal. That is our third-string center doing this, folks, on the road against a really good Toronto Raptors team. Tobias Harris at the free throw line. First free throw is good. 15-10 basketball game. Raptors on the floor right now have Trace Jackson Davis, Jamal Shed, Barrett, Ingram, and Quickly. Pistons right now have Tobias Duncan, Paul Reed, Cade, and Asar on the floor. Tobias knocks down both free throws. 16-10 basketball game. 7:15 left to play in the first quarter. No Ron Holland tonight. That's a good question, BD. He's missed the past couple games due to personal reasons, so hopefully he's all right. Raptors basketball back the other way here. Jamal Shed has it for the Raptors. Stolen away by Asar Thompson. Here comes Asar on the fast break here. Inside layup is good. How about the steal and transition for Asar Thompson? And the Pistons take an 8-point lead over the Raptors as we head into the first commercial break. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Absolute mayhem. Paul Reed doing things for the Pistons. He had to play pretty much the majority, if not the entire second half against the Charlotte Hornets on Monday night. Pistons went toe-to-toe. They snapped the Charlotte Hornets' 9-game winning streak, and that was a absolute electric game, down to the wire, playoff atmosphere. There's a good chance that the Hornets may face the Pistons in the playoffs. They've been one of the best three-point shooting teams all season long, and they are really starting to find their groove towards the second half of the season, right before the All-Star break happens. So Pistons up by 8, 18-10 basketball game. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Yeah, it was unfortunate. You know, I was watching this game at the bowling alley with my friends, and it just absolute mayhem ensued. And I just found out that Jalen Duren and Diabate have history going all the way back to high school. So these are two guys that do not like each other. They were in each other's grills the entire first half. And yeah, it just escalated to the point where Diabate did not really agree with Jalen Duren. He got a hard foul, and Duren all of a sudden puts his hand in his face. Diabate goes after Duren. Absolute chaos ensues. That you got coaches on the floor, Pistons on the floor, everybody from the Charlotte Hornets on the floor trying to stop the fight. It keeps on ensuing. Miles Bridges gets involved for the Pistons. He starts going after Jalen Duren, trying to point him down. And then all of a sudden, lo and behold, from the Pistons bench out of nowhere, here comes Isaiah Stewart to the rescue. And he literally jumped out of his seat and runs down the floor and takes a swing at Miles Bridges. The NBA didn't see it too kindly, and he gets 7 games out of it. And it's unfortunate because we're going to really need them down the stretch, and you can't have that happen in the NBA. I get it that, you're trying to stand up for your teammate. I love it like it's the bad boy Piston mentality. And, they were interviewing JV Bickerstaff, Duren, Beef Stew after the games, and, they were all for it. So it's unfortunate that they did get suspended because it does hurt the Pistons, but we'll see if guys like B-Ball, Paul Reed, who a lot of people are starting to fully take first notice of this guy. I've been saying it all season long. I think he's the best, one of the best underrated, arguably the most underrated player in the National Basketball Association right now. I've been begging JV Bickerstaff to play him more minutes. This is a guy that came from the G League, was the MVP of the G League, and he's been an absolute menace for the Pistons in the very little minutes that he plays for the Pistons. So it's awesome to see, man. So we're going to need him down the stretch here. So the Raptors get the basketball back. 6:55 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons 18, Raptors 10. Quickly has it at the top of the key, working against Asar Thompson. Outside to Brandon Ingram. Back inside here. They take a 3 from the right wing. No good. Off the mark. Boarded by Cade Cunningham. Cade in transition here. Finds Asar Thompson. Nearly stolen away by the Raptors. It's going to be rebounded by Paul Reed outside here. Duncan now has it. He spots up for 3 from the right wing. Off the mark. It is boarded by Shed. Ingram has it to full court here. He stops on a dime, pulls up, no good. It's going to be boarded by the Raptors underneath. Trace Jackson Davis is going to go scrambling for it underneath. They're going to call it a jump ball now between Cade and Trace Jackson Davis. So we got a stoppage in play once again. What's going on, Wesley? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, Frank? He was a Sixers legend. Yeah, Paul Reed, man, he's been absolutely amazing for the Pistons down the stretch here. And again, like I said, we should be playing him more minutes, somehow work him in with Beef Stew and Jalen Duren. And the only time he really plays is if something happens to Jalen Duren or Isaiah Stewart. They're both out. They're going to heavily rely on Paul Reed, especially not until Isaiah Stewart gets back after the 7-game suspension. Tobias Harris checks out of the game. What's going on, Frank? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, Marvin? Everybody's fantastic. Welcome to the show. 6:18 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons 18, Raptors 10. You got Trace Jackson Davis and Cade Cunningham looking to tip things off here off the jump ball. It's going to be right at the free throw line. Javonte Green has checked into the game for the Pistons. So right now you got Ingram, Barrett, quickly. Trace Jackson Davis, Shed for the Raptors. Pistons have Paul Reed, Duncan Robinson, Cade, Asar, and Javonte Green. The backup to Paul Reed would be, you could arguably work in Bobby Klintman and Tolu Smith. So we'll see what JV Bickerstaff does here, but he's had to very rarely go to technically his 4th string center, and we're going to have to use him down the stretch. But especially in the playoff series last year against the Knicks, Paul Reed was that guy. So wins the tip-off here. Pistons basketball, get it back the other way. Cade looking to throw it up to Asar Thompson. He catches it, and he puts it back up and in and slams it home. Nice find from Cade Cunningham. Pistons take a 10-point lead. 5:55 left to play in the first quarter. Quickly finds Brandon Ingram on the left wing, working against Javonte Green. Ingram, backdoor find to Shed, trying to get to Trace Jackson Davis. He turns it over, though, goes off his hands. It's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. Raptors are saying they might want to challenge this here. They think it was last touch by the Pistons. Let's see what they do down the stretch. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Pistons 20, Raptors 10. Welcome to the show, folks. This is the last game for the Detroit Pistons before the All-Star break. You got Jalen Duren, who will be participating in the All-Star game despite the suspension. Asar Thompson, backdoor find behind the back pass to Paul Reed for the slam. What a find from Asar Thompson, getting it to Paul Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Reed, he has 13 points. He's perfect from the field in the first quarter. Stop playing with Mr. B-Ball, Paul Reed, one of the most efficient players in the NBA. due to his lack of minutes because, again, he's technically a third-string center on this team. We're going to have to heavily rely on him during the suspensions of Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. He slams it home. Pistons take a 12-point lead, and the Raptors have to take a timeout as we head into the next commercial break. Raptors take a timeout. Pistons up by 12. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Raptors are a really solid team. Again, for the most part, they're primarily healthy. The majority of their players are all ready to go. Down 12 at home. Again, they have some dogs on their team, though. Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. It was just announced, I think, today or yesterday that Brandon Ingram's going to go to the All-Star game. So you got 2 All-Stars for the Toronto Raptors. Obviously, they had that whole stint with Kawhi Leonard when they won that title in Canada a couple years ago over the Warriors. And, Emmanuel Quickley, a guy that can still play. I do like Trace Jackson-Davis, Jamal Shed. Grady can shoot it off the bench as well. Garrett Temple. So this is a pretty solid Raptors team. And the Pistons have their work cut out for them tonight on the road here. So Pistons, like I said, they took care of business against the Hornets a couple days ago. Unfortunately, we're going to be without Jalen Duren for a couple of games. Beefs do 7-game suspension. That one kind of hurts for the Pistons. But again, Pete, the next player up. They've had that mentality the entire season. Paul Reed, welcome. And we already know about Paul Reed. Pistons fans know, at least the loyal Pistons fans know how good and efficient b-ball Paul Reed has become. And you get like the casual outsider Pistons fans that are starting to kind of tune in. Who's this third-string center on our team that has 13 points in the first quarter? Let me introduce you to Paul Reed. So he's been absolutely on fire for the Pistons. So 22-10 basketball game. We'll see what happens down the stretch here. Raptors take a timeout. What's going on, Garden? What's going on, Don? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks, Don. Don's awesome. Beef Stew, vacation will keep him fresh later in the season. Last year we missed him against the Knicks as well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Beef Stew was injured during that Knicks series. I think it was a knee issue that bothered him. But I love it. Listen, it's Detroit Pistons, old school, 80s, 90s bad boys basketball. Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, they stick up for each other. And listen, it's unfortunate because there is a suspension involved, and it can hurt the depth of the Pistons team until they get fully back. But, we know the kind of player Isaiah Stewart is. He doesn't back down anybody. And, that's just the guy. That's the way he is. And we love him, and that's why he's on the Pistons. Raptors get the basketball back from commercial break here. Jamal Shed on the left wing here, working against Cade Cunningham. Drives inside, finds Grady. Grady kicks it back out to Shed. He puts up a 3. Off the mark, it is going to be boarded by Cade. Upside here to Asar Thompson. Asar finds Cade Cunningham in transition. Back to Asar. 2-man game here down the stretch. Asar Thompson thought about a mid-range J. Outside to Cade Cunningham. Paul Reed sets the screen. Gets it back from Cade. Inside here. Kicks it outside to Javonte Green. Thought about a 3. Now he fires from 3. Off the mark, no good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Cade working against Grady. Outside of Duncan Robinson. Wide open for 3. No good. Boarded by the Raptors. Raptors on the floor right now have Grady, Jamal Shed, Trace Jackson-Davis, Ingram on the floor for the Raptors. Cade with the basketball. Back the other way. Stolen away by Jamal Shed. Jamal Shed working all the way to the hole. It is blocked out of nowhere from Asar Thompson. He comes flying over Jamal Shed. He blocks it. In transition, Cade goes all the way to the hole. He gets fouled, and Cade's going to go to the free throw line. Pistons 22, Raptors 10. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show, guys. 4:26 left to play in the first quarter here. Pistons have been looking solid so far. Jamal Shed, really talented basketball player. I remember when he was carving it up with in Houston in college a couple years ago. So appreciate you guys all stopping in. Cade at the free throw line. First free throw is no good. Again, Cade Cunningham, he's had his free throw issues this season. Karis LeVert and Dennis Jenkins both check into the game for the Pistons. The Raptors have not made a basket in the last 3 minutes here. Pistons are rolling out their all black uniforms. They got like the black with the red and blue outline. They wore these against the Hornets a couple nights ago. Cade knocks down the free throw. 23-10 basketball game. 4:25 left to play in the first quarter. Raptors trying to score here against Cade Cunningham. Scotty Barnes kicks it out here for his teammate for 3. He buries it. Tough shot for the Raptors. You got Sandro knocking down that shot for the Raptors. That's a big bucket for them. Now it's a 10-point basketball game. Dennis Jenkins bothered by Jamal Shed. It's nearly stolen away. B-ball Paul Reed working inside for the slam. Paul Reed, an absolute menace. 25-13 basketball game. He has 15 points in the first quarter. Raptors working inside here. Layup, count the bucket, and the foul. Now they're going to say, are they going to call it an offensive foul on the Raptors? They're going to say it was a foul before the basket. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Sandro. Now they're going to say it was a traveling violation. So Sandro gets called for the turnover. Pistons regain possession here. 25-13 basketball game. Pistons take a 12-point lead. B-ball Paul Reed, man. Absolute stud. 3:40 left to play in the first quarter. Karis LeVert kicks it out to Dennis Jenkins. He pulls up from three. Off the mark, boarded by Brandon Ingram. Ingram for the Raptors, trying to get back on the board here. Ingram going coast to coast. Inside here, they're going to call a foul against Tobias Harris, against Brandon Ingram, a shooting foul, and Brandon Ingram is going to go to the free throw line. Pistons 25, Raptors 13. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the party, guys. Brandon Ingram at the free throw line just announced that he is an all-star, so credit to Brandon Ingram. You got 2 all-star players for the Raptors. Raptors are currently the number 5 team in the Eastern Conference. Really solid basketball team. They got depth. They got wings. They can shoot it from 3. Really talented team overall here. And you got Ingram and Scotty Barnes leading the way. Cade has a lot of history with Scotty Barnes, both in the same draft class. They were high school teammates all the way back at Montverde Academy. Scotty Barnes actually won Rookie of the Year over Cade Cunningham, and that was a controversial award because Cade kind of got injured the majority of his rookie season. So Pistons 25-15. Raptors knock down both free throws. Grady working against Karis LeVert. LeVert back outside of Dennis Jenkins on the right wing here, trying to fight off Jamal Shed. Paul Reed sets the screen, gets it back. Now they're going to call an offensive moving foul screen on Paul Reed. Not a foul, just a moving screen. 3:12 left to play in the first quarter. Paul Reed, dude, is just so efficient. And again, it's like we've been saying it all season long. Give Paul Reed more minutes. His number, was called off the bench, especially from the Hornets game after those 2 suspensions. And it's basically our third string center out there. So he's going to play the majority of this game, I would imagine. Raptors take a 3 from the right wing off the mark, but Scotty Barnes is up there for the foul. He slams it home. 25-17 basketball game as the Pistons take their first timeout of the game. So Raptors make it interesting. They cut it back down to 8. 25-17 basketball game. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know who's here in the chat. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. It drives me crazy that I'm committed to my bowling league, so Mondays and Tuesdays, it's hard for me to call the Pistons games because they overlap and I can't make it back home in time. I think next year I'm just gonna only stick to Mondays. I saw it and it was just national media attention. You got 4 players were rejected against the Hornets. That was a really good game too, by the way. All the way down to the last final minute where the Pistons eventually took over. So it is what it is, but. Playoff basketball, can't wait. It's a couple months away. Again, I'm hoping the Pistons can just stay healthy, keep their rhythm intact here. I'm still waiting to see the emergence of Kevin Huerter. I know a lot of Pistons fans are kind of wondering where he's been. This is a guy that just got traded, though. Still trying to kind of fit into the offense of this team, coming off the bench. And, still looking to find his groove as he's looking for his first 3 as a Piston. So we shall see what happens down the stretch. What's going on? Dina, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on? Jesse, what's up? MSU fan. My chat isn't working for some reason. Now it's finally starting to load. Carzy, Matt, what's going on? Lava Sands, Tobias had a couple goosebumps years, but he's a star. 100%. If I'm Trajan Langdon, I'm 100% paying Tobias Harris this offseason. Another 2-year deal. That'd be freaking awesome. All right, so the Pistons get it back here. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Pistons turn it over here. It's going to be stolen away by the Raptors. Inside to Scotty Barnes. He lobs it up and throws it down. What a find from the Raptors there. They go on a 9-2 run here. Raptors cut it back down to 6. That was assisted by Walter. Dennis Jenkins goes coast to coast all the way to the rim, and he puts it up and in. Count the bucket and the foul. Dennis Jenkins with a very nice response here. Pistons take a 27-19 lead. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the party, guys. This is your first time here. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic night, and we are all squared away, ready to rock and roll, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dennis Jenkins to complete the three-point play. He knocks it in, 28-19 basketball game. 2:32 left to play in the first quarter. Jamal Shead has it for the Toronto Raptors on the left wing here. 2:27 left to play in the first half. Jamal Shead working against Paul Reed. Outside here for the Raptors. They put up a three, no good, boarded by Paul Reed. Paul Reed is an absolute animal. Jenkins with the basketball on the left wing here. Finds Karis LeVert. LeVert with the basketball. LeVert trying to set something up here. Good defense from the Raptors here on this possession. LeVert goes to his right, stops on a dime, puts up a shot, air ball, no good. Paul Reed just chucks it out of bounds. It looked like it was a miscommunication. He was trying to find Tobias Harris. He wasn't there, though, so it's a turnover, and the Raptors get it back. 28-19 basketball game. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. What's going on, Weeping? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. 28-19 basketball game. Raptors have it on the left wing here. Walter has it for the Raptors. Back outside here to Shed. Shed with the basketball. Outside to Grady. Grady drives baseline. Reverse layup is no good. Gets his own rebound, though, and I believe he's going to get fouled, and Grady's going to go to the free throw line, I believe. Are they going to call that a foul on the floor or a shooting foul? Not really sure exactly. It kind of... Grady missed his own layup. He got his rebound back, and I don't know if LeVert got him on the floor before the shot. They're going to say, I think it's just a common foul on the floor. So 28-19 basketball game. 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Appreciate you guys all stopping in, like, and subscribe if you guys are new. Good to be back. It's been about a week since I've last called the Pistons game, and we got another week off because of the stupid All-Star break. So, but yeah, shout out again to Cade and, Jalen Duren, All-Stars, definitely well-deserved. Shed trying to get it to his teammate. It's going to be turned over, though, out of bounds. It's going to be Pistons basketball. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons 28, Raptors 19. Pistons are in the bonus as well. Paul Reed, by the way, is 7 for 7 from the field in the first quarter. He's played this entire first quarter so far. 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Dennis Jenkins loses it out of bounds. It was last touch, though, by the Raptors. So the Pistons are going to get it back here. No hockey for a month either because of the Olympics. I know, right? It's crazy. Karis LeVert looking inbound the pass here for the Pistons. Inside finds B-ball Paul Reed. Paul Reed just goes down to the ground. They're going to call a foul, though, against Scotty Barnes. Hopefully Paul Reed's all right. So Paul Reed's going to go to the free throw line. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Both teams are now officially in the bonus to end off this first quarter here. But yeah, St. John's, Dennis Jenkins, undrafted, worked his way up. Similar process for how Paul Reed went, too. Paul Reed worked his way up through the G League. You got two guys that I think were meant to be Pistons. Paul Reed misses the first free throw. No Tolu Smith sightings just yet. Another Piston, I think, who's been really efficient. I forgot the game that he played, but he was really effective as our second-string center. God, I can't remember who we were playing, but he had, I think 15 points in that game. So, Tolu Smith can ball as well. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Paul Reed at the free throw line. He knocks in the free throw. Pistons take a 10-point lead. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the party. Jamal Shead has it for the Raptors. At the top of the key here, offside here to RJ Barrett. Barrett drives inside, working against Paul Reed, kicks it back out to his teammate. Raptors inside to Walter. Walter finds RJ Barrett, drives inside to the paint, kicks it across here for three on the right wing, off the mark, no good, boarded by Karis LeVert. Javonte Green has it to full court for the Pistons. Upside to Karis LeVert. LeVert with the basketball on the right wing. Finds Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins loses it. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Grady, but he was last touched off Jenkins' leg. So we're going to see what happens here. Yeah, Tolu Smith's been an absolute animal as well. I think he's only played a couple games this season. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pistons 29, Raptors 19. Raptors hold it at the top of the key here. Jamal Shead on the right wing here. Shead with the basketball. Working against Paul Reed. Inside. Blocked by Paul Reed. Grady gets it back, though. Shot is off the mark. Tobias gets it back. In transition to Javonte Green. Green tried to get it up to Paul Reed. Bad pass, though, from Javonte Green. Another turnover from the Pistons. And the Raptors are going to get it back. Jaden Akins has been an animal, dude. He'd be so... Imagine him in a Pistons uniform. That'd be so cool to see. 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Asar Thompson checks back into the game here for the Pistons. Again, second unit, third string unit depth has been phenomenal for the Pistons. Again, it takes so much pressure off the starters as well. So love to see it, man. I'm hoping we can call Kevin Huerter's first three tonight as a Piston. That's what I want to shoot for here. Jamal Shead has it for the Raptors at the top of the key, working against Dennis Jenkins. 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Time is winding out. Raptors get it to RJ Barrett. Barrett at the top of the key, working against Paul Reed. Switches off to Asar Thompson. Asar puts his foot on the line and draws the charge, and Asar Thompson with a huge defensive play to stop RJ Barrett. That is the former Eastern Conference player, defensive player of the month. Asar Thompson, absolute animal. RJ Barrett runs over Asar Thompson, and we're going to need his defense, especially without Beef Stew and Jalen Duren for the next several games here. 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. B-ball Paul Reed finally steps out for a breather. Much well-deserved. So right now, 5 seconds left. Cade has the basketball on the left wing here, working against Jamal Shead. Cade puts up a three, and he misses it. That was so close. It was off the mark, and it's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're going to the second quarter here. Pistons 29, Raptors 19. Pistons up by 10. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the show. If this is your first time here, hit the like button, subscribe. It's free. It also helps out my self-esteem. And we are ready to rock and roll. Shout out to the Raptors fans listening, Pistons fans tuning in. Absolutely cannot wait for the Pistons to start their playoffs mid-April. It's going to be electric. Shout out to, Michigan, Detroit sports fans. We got Justin Verlander back the other day. Tigers are making some moves. Just exciting times to be a Detroit sports fan. 29-19 basketball game. Pistons up by 10. We're going to a commercial break. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat here, guys. Like I said, I kind of do the best I can to give you guys somewhat of an analysis. More or less, though, the play-by-play guys. So, yeah, again, credit to the Raptors, though. Raptors could make some noise in the playoffs. They're currently the number 5 team in the Eastern Conference right now. Paul Reed, absolute animal. 16 points for the Pistons. Pretty much played the entire first quarter. He's perfect from the field. He's 7 for 7. Couple boards. He's got an assist. He's got he's got fours all around. He's got 4 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. So yeah, I would expect to see some minutes out of Tolu Smith tonight for the Pistons. Because again, we're really hurting depth-wise at the center spot if it's not Paul Reed. So Tolu Smith, you might see Bobby Klintman check into the game here for the Pistons. I would like to see Chaz Lanier get more minutes, and then we're obviously hoping as Pistons fans to wait and see when Kevin Huerter, Red Velvet, makes his first three for the Pistons. So good stuff, man. For the Raptors right now, you got Scotty Barnes, 6 points, Barrett with 4, Ingram with 4, Jakob Poeltl with, Jakob Poeltl, 2 points. Sandro has a 3 off the bench, 11% from the three-point line. Pistons are shooting 25%, so as we're going to the second quarter. Again, can't let leads get comfortable, though, in the NBA. You see it all the time, so Raptors are going to fight to the end of the finish line in this game against this Pistons team. But yeah, JB Bickerstaff definitely has to get creative. There's not been many instances where he loses Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. So, but it's good to see. I mean, especially without Isaiah Stewart, you're going to see Paul Reed get a lot more minutes until he comes back. And I'm hoping he can just get more minutes, even when they're both fully healthy and active on the team, though, still. So, good stuff. Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'll get to you guys' chat in a couple minutes here. Back from commercial break. Pistons 29-19 basketball game. Start of the second quarter. Cade with the basketball here at the top of the key, working against Walter. Kevin Huerter checks into the game for the Pistons. Cade finds Kevin Huerter. It's going to be a offensive foul call, though, on Kevin Huerter. Kind of looked like he got an unlucky elbow to the face. It wasn't intentional. It looked like when Huerter went to go grab the basketball, he knocked down the Raptors. So it's a turnover for the Pistons. Raptors get it back here. Quickly has it on the right wing, working against Karis LeVert. Outside to Walter, he puts up a 3 and he hits it. Tough shot from Walter. He knocks down his first points of the game. 7-point basketball game. Pistons 29, Raptors 22. Karis LeVert at the top of the key has it for the Pistons. Wide open, mid-range jump shots off the mark, boarded by Walter. Quickly has it for the Toronto Raptors at the top of the key. Start of the second quarter, goes to his left, inside to Jakob. He puts up the layup, and it's a 5-point basketball game. 11:08 left to play in the first half. Pistons were just up by 10. Now they're down up by 5. See, it's crazy how fast leads can change in the NBA. Javonte Green with the basketball inside, left-handed layups, no good, off the mark. Boarded by Javonte Green, outside to Cade, wide open for 3. He buries it. Bullseye for Mr. Cade Cunningham. 32-24 basketball game. Pistons taking an 8-point lead. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. RJ Barrett has it, working against Javonte Green, goes to his left. Left-handed layup is no good. They're going to call a late foul, though, against the Pistons. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Tolu Smith, by the way, is on the floor for the Pistons. So right now you got an interesting lineup here. Cade, Tolu Smith, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert, and Kevin Huerter on the floor for the Pistons. 10:38 left to play in the first half. RJ Barrett at the free throw line. What's up, Antoine? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. 100% Antoine. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I wish we had Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. Like, nobody wants guys to get suspended. But, yeah, this could be the ascendance and the emergence of Paul Reed, who's been an absolute animal, one of the most efficient players in the NBA. Barrett knocks down the free throw, so it's 32-26 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. 10:33 left to play in the first half. Cade at the top of the key here. Finds Karis LeVert. LeVert working against RJ Barrett. Outside of Tolu Smith. Smith working against Pirtle. They're going to call a foul, though, away from the basketball, I believe, on the Raptors. So another stoppage in play. They're going to call that on Walter, I believe. 32-26 basketball game. This is going to be a competitive game all the way to the finish line. Raptors have a very solid roster. Cade looking to inbound here with the basketball outside of Tolu Smith. Gets it back to Cade at the top of the key. Cade with the basketball working against Pirtle. Pull-up jump shot for Cade. He knocks it in. Cade Cunningham, 35-26. Last 2 threes are up and in. Cade's got 10 points. Pirtle working against Tolu Smith. Outside to Emmanuel Quickly. Quickly with the basketball working against Javonte Green. Outside to Grady. Grady pulls up from 3. Good defense from Kevin Huerter. Shot is off the mark. Cade gets the rebound at the top of the key here. Tolu Smith sets a screen. Pulls up again for 3. Heat checking. He buries it. Cade Cunningham. The last 3 made threes that he's attempted, and he's made all 3 of them. 9-2 run here for the Pistons. 38-26 basketball game. Quickly on the left wing here. Cross-court pass to Grady. Working against Kevin Huerter. They're going to call a foul against Huerter. So they got a stoppage in play here. Cade, last 3 threes he's attempted and shot. He's made all 3 of them. 9:37 left to play in the first half. Don't get me wrong, by the way. We know what a dog Cade Cunningham can be. When you lose both Duren and Stewart, you saw it a couple nights ago against the Hornets. You could see MVP type Cade Cunningham during the stretch here, because he's got to step up and really become the guy when you don't have 2 impactful players for the Pistons right now. Quickly catches and shoots on the left wing. He banks it in. Is the bank open? He called it. 38-29 basketball game. 9:25 left to play in the first half. Karis LeVert inside here. Tries to get it to Duncan Robinson. Duncan with the basketball on the left wing here. Outside Javonte Green. Tolu Smith has it for the Pistons. Working against Jakob Pirtle. Outside to Karis LeVert. LeVert with the basketball working against RJ Barrett. Outside Javonte Green. He pulls up from 3. No good. He does get fouled, though. I believe Javonte Green's going to go to the free throw line here. Yeah, Emmanuel Quickly is going to get called for the shooting foul, and Javonte Green's going to shoot 3 free throws. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. One thing Smith does well is he rebounds the basketball. It's a good thing that we have the All-Star break these games. I doubt Paul Reed's going to be playing more of the Raptors, Knicks, Bulls games. But yeah, for sure. So it kind of sucks because it feels like it's going to be longer than it actually is, because it's, it happened at an unfortunate time right before the All-Star break. Javonte Green knocks down the first free throw. So we shall see. Your equipment got stolen, Jesse? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. Somebody tried to steal my bowling ball a couple weeks ago. Freaking morons. High school, 200 average, 229. Nice. That's sick, dude. Javonte Green knocks down the second free throw. 40-29 basketball game. Pistons up by 11. 9:08 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Pistons up by 11. Javonte Green at the free throw line. Javonte Green, third free throw on the way. Try and make it all 3. He knocks down all free throws. All 3 free throws. Say that 10 times fast. All 3 free throws. 41-29 basketball game. Pistons up by 12. Quickly has it for the Raptors on the left wing here. Quickly trying to get to the open man. Finds Walter working against Karis LeVert. Outside Jamal Shed working against Javonte Green. Inside to Scotty Barnes. Barnes draws the foul, and Scotty Barnes is going to go to the free throw line. I'm sorry, it's RJ Barrett. My bad. RJ Barrett draws the foul. He's going to go to the free throw line. 41-29 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Like I said, if this is your first time here, hit the follow button, like and subscribe. It's free. Welcome to the stream. RJ Barrett knocks down the first free throw. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic evening. Welcome to the show, guys. Like I said, if this is your first time here, hopefully you guys are all doing amazing. Welcome. 41-30 basketball game. 8:49 left to play in the first half. He knocks down both free throws, back to a 10-point game. 8:50 left to play in the first half. Cade with the basketball working against Shed at the top of the key here. Cade finds Karis LeVert working against Quickly at the top of the key. Tries to get Duncan Robinson. Duncan pulls up. He knocks it in. Tough shot for Duncan Robinson. Catch and shoot three. 44-31 basketball game. 8:25 left to play in the first half here. Quickly upside here to Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl throws it away. He was having a miscommunication between him and RJ Barrett. 8:21 left to play in the first half. Pistons are perfect from the three-point line in the second quarter so far. Cade with the basketball, drives to his right. Inside here, try to get it to Javonte Green. He pulls up from three. Off the mark. It is boarded by Tolu Smith. Smith inside to Javonte Green. Pinballed loosed around. They're going to call a foul, though, on the floor. So it's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. 8:05 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Welcome to the show. Pistons up by 13. Duncan Robinson doing some damage from the three-point line. Again, still waiting to see Kevin Huerter. Hasn't really been doing much yet for the Pistons ever since we got him from the trade deadline. But, we got to trust what Trajan Langdon's doing. Karis LeVert looking to inbound here to Javonte Green on the right wing, working against Brandon Ingram. Outside to Cade Cunningham. Cade with the basketball, working against Shed. Shed pokes it away from Cade. It's going to stay here with Pistons. Ball goes out of bounds. Paul Reed and Tolu Smith are our centers right now, for sure. Paul Reed's been awesome to watch. Even in a double big lineup, you'd have Duren and Stu out there. Yeah, and we've experimented with both Duren and Stu out on the floor. Tolu Smith working inside here. Left-handed layups no good. Boarded by Jakob Poeltl. Raptors are looking for a basket here. 7:50 left to play in the first half. Jamal Shed has it for the Raptors on the left wing here. Shed trying to direct traffic. Good defense from the Pistons. Can't find the open man here. They have to literally force a timeout. Great defense from the Pistons right there. Raptors have to take a timeout. Pistons 44, Raptors 31. We're going to another commercial break. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat here. Again, man of the hour right now, B-ball Paul Reed. 16 points for the Pistons in the first quarter, mind you. 7 for 7 from the free throw from the field. Cade's got 13 points. He's made like his last 3 threes. Astar's got 4. Tobias with 2. Duncan made a 3. Javonte Green with 3 off the bench. So with Jenkins. So looking to hopefully get some minutes from Marcus Sasser tonight too. Be cool to see that. Again, no Isaiah Stewart, no Jalen Duren. Stewart's going to be out for 7 games for the Pistons. Duren got 2 games. Miles Bridges and Diabate, both for the Hornets, both got 4 games apiece. So it's unfortunate, but it was also entertaining. So it's like, I get it. Like Stewart, backing up his guy. Same with Jalen Duren. Bad boy mentality. That's awesome. At the same time, you kind of have to be smart. I mean, Cade literally had to restrain Isaiah Stewart. A little bit of Jalen Duren. Duren was like more calm, cool, and collected. Like, he obviously shoved Diabate in the face, but then like he was kind of done with it. He was kind of like walking away. Diabate, Bridges kind of wanted to keep going after him. And then Isaiah Stewart, literally out of like a WWE event, he just runs off the bench, goes right at Miles Bridges, and Cade literally had to like restrain him. So you gotta be smart as well, because again, God forbid that happens close to the playoffs. The last thing you want is you don't need guys suspended. And I don't think it'll happen again. I mean, I'm definitely expecting Isaiah Stewart to get a couple more techs here and there, but it's definitely an interesting dilemma because it's like you want him to play well and be smart, old school Pistons basketball, but don't get suspended. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Wesley. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the show. Garden, one of my favorite Pistons teams. Yeah, it's a mixture of like the bad boys, the going to work Pistons, and like the modern day like Pistons. It's awesome to see. He'd be a backup on another team. 100%, Frank. It's crazy. And yeah, he's been so efficient for the Pistons down the stretch here. And again, like we've been saying it all season long, get Paul Reed more minutes because he's been so efficient when he comes into the very few minutes that he plays. And the only reason why he comes in is if something happens to Stu or Duran. So good stuff. I believe Jenkins' deal was a really good deal. It was like 2 years, $8 million, which is a very solid deal for Dennis Jenkins. Very team friendly too. 44-31 basketball game. Coming back from commercial break. Appreciate you guys will stop in and welcome to the show. All right. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. 7:34 left to play in the first half. Pistons up by 13. Scotty Barnes trying to get his team back in it off the bench here. Raptors have it, top of the key here. Quickly finds RJ Barrett on the left wing here, working against Duncan Robinson. RJ finds quickly. He puts up a three. He knocks it in. It's a big-time shot for the Raptors. They needed that. 7:20 left to play in the first half. Pistons 44, Raptors 34. Jenkins to full court here, working against RJ Barrett. Outside to Tolu Smith, working against Jakob Poeltl. Smith inside here, finds Jenkins from the corner, working against RJ Barrett. Duncan sets the screen, backs out of it now. Quickly in Jenkins' grill, goes to his left, inside, floaters off the mark. It's going to be boarded by Javonte Green. Tried to get it backdoor to Tolu Smith. They're going to get a kick ball, though, against Brandon Ingram. It's going to stay here for the Pistons. Pistons 44, Raptors 34. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Sar Thompson's going to check into the game for the Pistons here. Cade checks out for a breather. Uncle T is playing, yep. Yeah, good experience for sure. What's going on, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? 6:54 left to play in the first half. Jenkins at the top of the key, working against Jamal Shed. Gets it back here from Tolu Smith. Inside, drives baseline. Try to get it to Tolu Smith underneath here. Puts up a shot. Off the mark. He does get fouled. Tolu Smith's going to go to the free throw line. Pistons 44, Raptors 34. 6:45 left to play in the first half as the Pistons maintain a 10-point lead here. On the floor for the Raptors, you got Ingram, Barrett, Barnes, Shed, Sandro. If somebody wants to help me pronounce Sandro's last name, that'd be very much appreciated. 44-34 basketball game. Tolu Smith free throws up and in, 45-34. Pistons up by 11. Both teams are in the bonus. Still plenty of time left, so you got to be kind of careful with fouls here because that immediately puts them at the free throw line. Tolu Smith, second free throw on the way. Tolu Smith misses the second. Duncan Robinson flew in there and puts it up and in, but they're going to call, I think, a lane violation. So it's no basket. It's going to be Pistons up by 11, Raptors basketball. Free throws have been concerning. Like, we have to execute free throws down the stretch because there's going to be certain situations, especially in the playoffs, where the Pistons are going to have to make free throws. 6:40 left to play in the first half here. Scotty Barnes upside here to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett on the right wing. Finds Scotty Barnes inside. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Duncan Robinson. Going to get on Green or Duncan Robinson. They're going to call it on Duncan. So again, in the bonus. So you put it at the free throw line. So Scotty Barnes goes to the free throw line. He knocks in the first free throw. Pistons again. Last game before the All-Star break. Next game, I believe, is it next Wednesday or Thursday? It's either next Wednesday or Thursday against the Knicks after the All-Star break. Scotty makes the first free throw, 45-35 basketball game. 6:33 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Like I said, if you guys are new to the stream, welcome. Let me know who's here in the chat. Knocks down both free throws. Pistons basketball up the other way. Asar Thompson working against Brandon Ingram at the top of the key. Asar finds Duncan Robinson, working against Walter, drives to the paint, floater up and off the mark. Javonte Green tries to save it, does, inside of Duncan Robinson. He draws the foul, and Duncan Robinson's going to go right back to the free throw line. 6:14 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Cannot wait until the playoffs start. Going to be absolutely electric. Please, please, God, stay healthy. No more suspensions, please. Duncan Robinson played very well against the Hornets the other day. Duncan Robinson misses the first free throw. We're going to have to start having guys making free throws. It's not a huge deal right now, but I'm telling you, there's going to be a situation, could be this game, could be towards the playoffs, where, Pistons are up 2 with like 5 seconds left, and they're going to have to make free throws. And if they don't, it could cost them the game. Duncan does knock down the second free throw, so it's back to a 10-point game. Jamal Shed working against Dennis Jenkins at the top of the key here. Shed has it for the Raptors. Inside here to Ingram. Back outside to Shed. Right back to Ingram. Ingram working against Duncan Robinson. Inside here. Ingram with the basketball. Cross-court pass to Scotty Barnes. Barnes with the basketball now outside to Ingram. Good defense from the Pistons. Forcing a shot clock violation, and the Pistons force a turnover. Don't like the All-Star break. Yeah, they're totally changing the format this year. It's like they got like a USA versus world type deal going on. Kind of interesting. 5:45 left to play in the first half. Pistons up by 10. Jenkins with the basketball working against Shed on the left wing here. Outside to Tobias Harris. Duncan sets the screen, rolls off it. Tobias with the basketball. Jenkins gets it back at the top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jenkins drives for the Pistons. Floater, no good. They're going to put up a shot. Shot's off the mark. Now they're going to call a shot clock violation. Asar tried to catch it and shoot it immediately off of the miss from Jenkins. It's going to be a shot clock violation, though, not up in time for the Pistons. Pistons up by 10. 5:25 left to play in the first half. B-ball Paul Reed looking to check back into the game for the Pistons. Could potentially have a career-high night tonight. Raptors have it other way here. Shed outside to Ingram. Ingram looking to direct traffic. Back outside to Shed. Shed with the basketball. Finds Ingram. Mismatch against Jenkins. Ingram, turnaround jump shot is good. What a shot from Brandon Ingram. 46-38 basketball game. 5 minutes left to play until we hit half. Pistons have not made a basket in almost 4 minutes. Jenkins has it. Upside here. Catches, shoots, mid-range J. Off the mark, no good. They're going to call a foul on Asar Thompson. He was trying to grab the offensive rebound. They're going to get it, though, working against Sandro. So Sandro's going to go to the free throw line. Again, both teams in the bonus. So every foul basically puts them at the free throw line. Pistons or Raptors. What's up, Colin? That's a good question. I don't know why we struggle with free throws. I mean, Cade, Duncan, Tobias, Asar, Duran's really, every time I see Jalen Duran at the free throw line, I got 100% confidence in him. Duran's actually can shoot free throws. Way better improved free throw shooter over the last couple years. Sandro knocks down the first free throw. Pistons 46, Raptors 39. 4:45 left to play in the first half here. Sandro back at the free throw line. Sandro, second free throw on the way, is up and in. 46-40 basketball game. 6-point game. A lot of time left. K with the basketball. Looking to direct traffic here down the stretch. Working against Walter at the top of the key here. Cade has it for the Pistons. Inside, drives to the paint. Layup is no good. He does get called for the foul. And Cade's going to go right back to the free throw line. See if he can make the first free throw. 46-40. Game. Pistons up by 6. 4:34 left to play in the first half. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Crazy brawl between the Hornets and Pistons the other day. And Costs a couple guys some games, some suspensions. Cade knocks down the first free throw. Cade's got 14 points, 5 boards, 4 assists so far in the first half. Right now on the floor for the Pistons, you got Paul Reed, Duncan Robinson, Tobias, Cade, Ausar. Cade knocks down both free throws, 8-point game. Ingram, Barnes, Quickly, Sandro, and Walter on the floor for the Raptors. Barnes has it, upside to Quickly at the top of the key. 4:25 left to play in the first half. Quickly working against Ausar Thompson, trying to set up the offense here. Quickly with the basketball. Goes to his right, outside to Ingram, working against Tobias Harris. Ingram drives inside, kicks it across to Quickly. Quickly back outside to Walter. Walter blocked by Duncan Robinson in transition here, going all the way to the hole for the nice layup. What a play from Duncan Robinson. He basically blocked it out of midair, preventing a three-point shot, and goes all the way to the hole. Nice play from Duncan. 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Scotty Barnes trying to back down Duncan Robinson. Turnaround shot is good. 50-42 basketball game. 3:45 left to play in the first half. Cade has it. Paul Reed sets the screen, rolls off it. Cade looking to direct traffic here. Duncan helps him out. Another screen from Paul Reed. Paul Reed gets it back from Cade. Paul Reed drives inside. Layup is up and in for Mr. B-Ball, Paul Reed. Stop playing with him. 3:30 left to play in the first half. Raptors, outside here to Walter. Walter stolen away by Duncan Robinson. Cade in transition here. Cade going all the way to the hole. Left-handed layup is up and in. Back to a 12-point game. Cade Cunningham going to work with his offhand. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Pistons 54, Raptors 42. Quickly with the basketball. Drives baseline. Back outside to Walter. Finds Sandro. He puts up a 3 off the mark. Scotty Barnes tried to put it up and in. Shot is off the mark. Cade with the basketball in transition here. Goes inside. Finds Ausar Thompson. It's going to be blocked by Scotty Barnes. Backdoor find, though, to Cade for the reverse layup. What a play from Ausar, trying to get it back to Cade. Ausar had it initially blocked. Gets his own rebound, essentially. Was looking for an open guy. Cade drives in the paint. Gets it to him. And Cade with a nice reverse layup. Pistons take a 14-point lead as we go to another commercial break. Bowling, Colin. I hate it. Bowling is very frustrating. I'm on 2 bowling leagues Monday and Tuesday nights, and unfortunately, a lot of Pistons games fall on Monday and Tuesday nights. Luckily, though, next year, I'm not going to be doing a Tuesday league. I'm only going to be doing one bowling league on Mondays, so it's frustrating because, like, every inch and nerve in my body wishes I was here to break down that scuffle between the Hornets and the Pistons. I would have lost my mind. Everybody in the bowling alley was seeing it live, and we were just going crazy. Literally something out of the WWE. It was just nuts. So, Stewart, 7 games. Duran, 2 games. You also had Bridges and Diabate both get 4 games apiece. So, absolute chaos. He had the head coach of the Hornets. He also got ejected late in the second half there. So crazy basketball game. What really upsets me is, like, if I'm not going to be here and, like, we win on, like, a buzzer beater 3 or something, I've always wanted to call a Pistons game winner shot or a buzzer beater 3. Haven't had that opportunity yet this season. And if it does happen, just please don't let it be on a Monday or a Tuesday, please. So yeah, just kind of the luck of the draw, I guess. Pistons 56, Raptors 42. Raptors take a timeout. Raptors all of a sudden are down to 3 timeouts. Is that right? Wow. They're burning through timeouts like crazy right now. Pistons have only used 1 timeout. Coming back from commercial break, Pistons up by 14. Again, Raptors are a solid basketball team. And again, they got Jakob Poeltl back. He's their starting center. He missed like the last 20 games because of his back. So he's back and healthy and absolutely nuts. I know. I'm going to be upset, Antoine. Luckily, though, I do have like the shorts. In case you guys don't know, I do play-by-play when I can. But if I'm not here, I usually post like a minute long reaction of the game, like on the YouTube Shorts feed. So if you guys haven't seen those yet, you can go check them out as well. Yeah, it's gonna happen and it's gonna eat me alive. Pistons 56, Raptors 42. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Up by 14 points. Yeah, again, good for the Raptors. They got two All-Stars. Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, both having great seasons for the Raptors. Jamal Shed with the basketball here. Finds Scotty Barnes outside to Quickly. Quickly pulls up from three. Off the mark. It is boarded by Duncan Robinson. It's a 4-on-2 for the Pistons. Upside to Paul Reed, working inside. Layup is blocked by Scotty Barnes. It's going to go out of bounds. Pistons basketball out of bounds here. 2:22 left to play in the first half. Pistons up by 14. Raptors are trying to cut it back down to 10 before the half break here. Paul Reed. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about this absolute beast off the bench for the Pistons. I've been saying it all season long. Find a way to get Paul Reed some minutes. I know he's like behind Stu and Duran, but when he's on the floor, he's just so efficient to watch. He can play defense. He can shoot threes. You saw him make a three earlier in this game. Has a little bit of a mid-range game and a little bit of a handle. So he's doing it all for the Pistons. Cade stops on a dime, pulls up from three, off the mark, boarded by Paul Reed underneath. There's the man of the hour, Paul Reed, trying to back down the Raptors. Paul Reed with the basketball, 5 seconds on the shot clock, finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan, he pulls up, he hits it. Tough shot from Duncan Robinson. Pistons take a 17-point lead. Under 2 minutes left to play in the first half here. Paul Reed working against Brandon Ingram. They're fighting for it on the half-court mark. Outside to RJ Barrett. He pulls up from three and he knocks it in. That's a much-needed hoop for the Raptors there. 1:38 left to play here. Cade trying to find a cross-court pass to Paul Reed. Stolen away by the Raptors. Upside to Quickly. Quickly pulls up for a floater. He knocks it in. 12-point game again. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Pistons 59, Raptors 47. By the way, the Raptors were favored, I believe, a 1.5 before tip-off. So, kind of interesting. Cade working against Shed. Paul Reed sets the screen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cade with the basketball, working against Scotty Barnes. Outside to Tobias for three, and he puts it in. Uncle T from the left wing. Good find from Cade. Quickly responds for a three of his own the other way. It's back to a 12-point game. These Raptors are not going to quit, and I don't expect them to anytime soon. Cade at the top of the key, working against Shed. Paul Reed sets the screen. Stoppage in play. They're going to call a foul away from the basketball. Is they going to call on Quickly? Quickly's going to get called for the foul, so Duncan's going to go to the free throw line. What's up, Marco? The Raptors come back from this. They might. Raptors and Pistons on a Wednesday night in Toronto. Duncan knocks down the first free throw. 63-50 basketball game. I know, right, Antoine? Shame on them. Shame on Vegas. All right. Duncan knocks down both free throws. 14-point basketball game. 64-50. 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Raptors looking to add a bucket here before the halftime break. Brandon Ingram to full court, working against Tobias Harris at the top of the key. Ingram has it. Barnes sets the screen for Ingram, rolls off it, try to get to Barnes, loses it. It's going to be a blocking foul, a late blocking foul called on the Pistons. So the Raptors are going to go right back to the free throw line. Duncan gets called again for a foul. Cade has 19, Paul Reed 18, Duncan has 11 in the first half. You got Quickly, Barnes, and Barrett all have 11 so far for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes knocks down the first free throw. 64-51 basketball game. 34 seconds left to play in the first half. Barnes at the free throw line, quick release. He knocks down both free throws. Pistons looking to add some more here before halftime. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Pistons up by 12. 25 seconds left to play. Cade with the basketball. Paul Reed sets the screen. Cade stops on a dime. Pulls up from three. He buries it. 67-52 basketball game. Cade is hot from the three-point line in the first half. 15 seconds left to play until we go to the halftime break. Brandon Ingram, top of the key, working against Tobias Harris. What's going on, Cold Fire? What's up, Jesse? Ingram finds Quickly on the left wing, outside to Scotty Barnes. 3 seconds. Has to get a shot off inside to Quickly. Quickly shot is no good, and the Pistons are going to go to the halftime break up 15 points. Love to see it, brother. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. We got a halftime break underway here, guys. Basically, I usually just kind of chill out here, talk to you guys if you have any questions, comments, concerns. So, welcome to the stream until we get back to the start of the third quarter. Again, huge shout out to a couple of you guys that were on the late night Pistons and Warriors game. We had our first ever super chat come through, so thanks again to Nick in the Hall of Fame. I had to, you know how like restaurants they have like their first ever dollar on the wall, so we got our first ever super chat the other day. So shout out again to Nick, Super Morty Man, Frank. You guys are awesome. By the way, guys, if you guys also want to become members, we got the cool, crazy emotes for you guys, and all kinds of good stuff. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat here, guys. I'm going to be kind of just hanging out to you guys, talking about Pistons basketball or anything else NBA related until we get back from the halftime break. If you guys do want to become a member, it's in the description below. It's also in the chat as well here, guys. You guys get the loyalty badges and the emotes. I actually have to update that Jaden Ivey emote. So, good stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, Pistons, they're grooving right now. They're up by 15 points. And again, we didn't really know what was going to happen to start this basketball game. When you lose your two bigs, Paul Reed and Jalen Duren, it kind of gets out of control. Antoine coming in with the $10 super chat. Antoine, you are an absolute legend. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Antoine, you are the man, brother. He's having a good time. It's like a laughing lemon, I think it is. That's awesome. Antoine, thank you so much, buddy. Huge shout out for Antoine, my man. Thank you so much, bro. Hype in the chat for Antoine. Pistons take a 15-point lead over the Raptors. And, yeah, hopefully you guys are entertained by these streams. Like I said, this is my first year doing this. I did, like, Lions games. Lions games were fun, but weren't really that exciting to me play-by-play-wise. So, you know, we switched to the Pistons, and the Pistons have been absolutely so much fun to watch, call. You know, considering the fact that we were one of the worst teams in the NBA a couple seasons ago, lost 28 games in a row, and it's just been absolutely crazy. So, stay healthy. Please stay healthy. If we can do that, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Antoine, thank you so much, buddy. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much, Antoine. You know what I should do? I should, I should, like, the last super chat we do, we put him up in the frame. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Hang on a second. Let me get Antoine's super chat in the frame. Thanks again, Antoine. By the way, guys, you guys don't have to do anything. Like, as long as you guys have fun in the streams, like, be respectful of one another, talk Pistons basketball, like, just enjoy the shows. Everything else, you know, it helps, goes back into the channel for streams and everything, but you guys are awesome as it is. So, Kate could have had a triple-double the other night. Let's see if he can get one tonight. Yeah, and I would not be surprised if Paul Reed goes for a career high tonight. I don't even, what is Paul Reed's career? Let me find it out right now. Paul Reed, career high. He has, okay, it's 30 points. It was last season. He did it against the Denver Nuggets. Oh, that was when he was a Sixer. So 2 seasons ago. Wow. Nice. Okay. That's pretty sick. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. 67-52 basketball game. Pistons up by 15 at the halftime break. Let me see. Somebody asked what the Michigan score was. Let me see here. Thanks again, Antoine. You're the man, dude. Thank you so much, bro. We have, where's the, there we go. Michigan, they're playing Northwestern. Ooh, it's a 1-point game. Michigan's down by 1. That's going to be a tight race in the Big Ten toward the end of the stretch there. So good stuff, man. All right, let me get Antoine's super chat in here. Hang on a second. I think I forgot. I remember how to take a screenshot. Hang on, let me see. It's oh man, I gotta look it up again. I'm not really used to streaming on a PC, so I gotta remember how to do this. Dina coming in with the $20 super chat. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Dina. Dina and Antoine, you guys are freaking amazing. Thank you guys so much. I gotta match that. Good luck, Carson. Dina, thank you so much. Dina and Antoine, you guys are freaking amazing. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm gonna put both of you guys on the screen here. I just gotta remember how to do a screenshot on a PC. Yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have been somewhat entertained by this. Ever since I was like 6 years old, I've always wanted to be like a sports broadcaster. I went to journalism school at Michigan State. People there were really awesome, really great, but I just got super overwhelmed by the whole reporting aspect of it. So I've always been a fan of live streams because you can kind of directly, engage with the viewer. That's like my favorite experience is talking to all you guys. So you guys are awesome, man. So God is great. So thank you guys again for everything. 15-point lead. I got to get Antoine and Dina up on the screen here. As soon as I remember how to take a screenshot. I'm so like the opposite of tech savvy. It's not even funny. I can barely tie my shoes, right? Okay, so yeah, Pistons up by 15. Again, we're looking pretty solid down the stretch here. And again, B-ball Paul Reed's just been an absolute animal. I mean, the guy's just been so consistent time and time again. And in the very few minutes that he's played for the Pistons this year, he's just been absolutely electric to call. So love to see it. All right, we're gonna get Dina and Antoine on the screen as soon as I remember how to take a screenshot. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, here we go. It's Windows key Shift S. That's right. Okay, we got it. We got it. We're good. All right, Antoine and Dina. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, Northwestern currently has a 4-point lead, a 5-point lead on Michigan right now. We'll see what happens with the Raptors. I mean, Raptors, they can make this a competitive basketball game. Again, the spread was like 1.5 for Toronto, so absolutely crazy. Okay, Windows Shift S. Okay, we're gonna do that for Antoine. And we're going to do it for Dina. Perfect. And then we're going to get them both on the screen, and then we're going to have a party. Perfect. I'm a Sparty. Give me my $10 back. Michigan has a really good team. They're like number one in the Ken Palm. I went to Michigan State. I graduated there a couple years ago. I was a little bit more immature back then, kind of old school Sparty vibes, like rivalry stuff. But I do respect Michigan a lot. I think they have a really solid team this year. And Dusty Mays has done a terrific job for the Wolverines. So they could make some noise in March Madness this year. Appreciate you, Wesley. Which they don't tell you until the first day of class. Oh, 100%, Jesse. Yeah, and like it was cool. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just very old school. Like, I remember I had this English teacher growing up, and like the whole class forgot to like cite something in their papers, like the whole in-text citations, and then she threatened to like fail the entire class and like put it on her permanent records, so like colleges would like not look at us. Very weird. Yeah. So I prefer this route. I think it's really cool. I'll shout out a couple other Pistons creators I listen to as well. So it's been fun. It's just gonna suck when the Pistons season is over with. Then we're not gonna have any Pistons games for a while. So, but yeah, it's been fun. Okay, let me figure this out. All right, we're gonna add a image. Okay, we're gonna add an image. All right, so this is Antoine. We're just kind of hanging out right now, guys. Still nothing crazy. We're in the middle of a halftime break right now. I went to radio school in Detroit for 1 week and dropped out because it was mandatory. 6 months of broadcasting TV. I was like, screw that. DJ schooling for 6 months. Oh, nice for sure. What's up, Teal? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh yeah, she was insane, Antoine. Like she was crazy. The thing that's so stupid is like I took honors classes in high school and I never used any of it when I got to college. Like, oh, you're going to take these AP classes and you're going to apply them for free college credits. That never went through. So, okay, let me see. We're going to figure this out. Okay. I think we got it. Yep. There's Antoine. Perfect. There he is. There's Antoine. Okay, we're going to get Dina in here next. Okay, where's Dina? Wait. Okay. I went to Specs and dropped out for 1 semester. And you know what the thing is like, I think times have changed a lot in terms of like schooling to where, like, I'm glad I went, like, the whole college experience. Like, it was awesome going to the football games, the basketball games, and everything like that. But yeah, like, it depends on what you're going for, but it was a lot of fun for me, and glad I did it. But at the same time, it's just like, you can learn anything you want in 20 minutes on a YouTube video that you spent a lot of money for in a lecture hall in college. And a lot of times, the professor and the graduate assistants, they really don't care about you. So it's just kind of nuts. So we got the Hall of Fame, Nick, first super chat ever. Thanks again, Nick. Appreciate you, buddy. And then we got Antoine and Dina tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys again so much. So appreciate you guys. Like I said, as long as you guys are here having a good time, enjoying yourselves, being respectful. It's kind of crazy, and I've noticed this. I'm hoping for a close competitive basketball game. Like, it's fun when the Pistons blow out the other team, but I like dial in. Like, if it's like a close game, like tie game with like 15 seconds left, that's what I really love. And it's crazy we get like the opposing teams in here occasionally, so it's fun. Celtics fans are something else. I've had a lot of crazy Celtics fans tune in before when we play the Celtics. So it's been fun. But yeah, 67-52 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Thanks again for the support. Yeah, it's been fun so far. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Yeah, it's been crazy. Everyone has a podcast basically at this point, right? 100%. Yeah, so it's fun. 67-52. Pistons up by 15. It looks like we're about to start the third quarter here. Knicks are blowing out the Sixers right now. They're up, 72-42. They're up by 30 points at the half. Wow, I don't think they had Embiid tonight though, so Pistons have played the Sixers I think twice so far this season, and they haven't played Embiid. So that's a team you could possibly look out for in the Eastern Conference this year. Give me a safe blowout. Yeah, no, it's fun. Like it sucks, right? Like if you're losing by a million, it's like, all right, the game's over. But it's also intense. Like if you can get like a really close competitive basketball game down to the wire. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's hopefully you guys are entertained by it. I try to be as descriptive as I possibly can. But yeah, I'm putting together like a hype video, if you will, for the playoffs. So I'm going to be putting together like my best calls, like from like the first game to the end of the season, into like a minute long Pistons playoff like hype video. So I've been working on that. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. Close games are more exciting. Yeah, for sure. And it helps the streams out too, because like it's so weird how like in the fourth quarter, that's when most people tune in. They check the scores. And then like everybody dials in. It's awesome because we get like a ton of people in here and it's just so much fun. And it's like I can kind of talk some smack to like the opposing teams, but the other viewers, and so it's been crazy. But again, huge shout out to Dina, Antoine. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys again. You guys are amazing. Like I said, as long as you guys are having a good time in the chat, being respectful, enjoying the game, that's all I could care about. So, and anything else is a bonus afterwards. So thank you guys so much. All right. Getting close to start the third quarter here, I would imagine. B-ball Paul Reed, dude. Absolute just beast. Absolute beast. 18 points, 3 boards, couple assists. Cade's got 22 points in the first half. Cade has 22, 6, and 6. And I said it in like the first quarter. You don't have Jalen Duren or Isaiah Stewart. Who's going to take over this team? You're going to see MVP type plays from our franchise point guard down the stretch here. And again, he got his first ever playoff series experience against the Knicks last year. He did okay. But we're still kind of waiting for like the Tyrese Halliburton like clutch playoff shots moments that he produced last year for the Pacers. That's kind of what we want from Cade. And again, free throw issues. But again, we hit the lottery when we had Cade. We won it with Cade, and I'm just hoping we can stay healthy. That's like the biggest thing. Yeah, I saw that, Antoine, like the Hornets broadcaster. He's so great. Yeah, and the WWE sound effect as Beef Stew like runs down the baseline going after Miles Bridges. Oh, man, I wish I was there, dude. I would have been going crazy. Oh, man. All right, so we're starting the third quarter here, guys. Appreciate you guys again. Huge shout again to Antoine and Dina. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. So, good stuff. All right, we're back here, and we're ready to rock and roll. So, off from halftime break, start of the third quarter. Pistons have to keep the foot on the gas here. They're not going to let up easy. And we're ready to rock and roll. So, start of the third quarter, Tobias Harris working against RJ Barrett at the top of the key. RJ is going to get called for a foul, I think, against Tobias. So, I think it's going to stay here with the Pistons. Oh, they're going to call it on Ingram. So, Ingram gets called for the foul. If I was the head coach, JB, I'd make him shoot 500 free throws a day. Yeah, and again, you know it's going to happen at some point during the season where you're going to have to make some free throws to win the game, stay on the lead. Cade, step back three on the right wing. He's in his bag. Cade Cunningham from the right wing, 70-52 basketball game. Pistons take an 18-point lead. Cade is on fire. He's got 27 points. 11:25 left to play in the third quarter here. No problem, Jesse. Outside to Quickly. Finds Scotty Barnes. He puts up a three. No good. Boarded by Jakob Poeltl. Blocked by Paul Reed. Cade with the basketball in transition here for the Pistons. On the left wing, Cade drives outside. Step back J for Cade is pure. Cade Cunningham putting the Pistons up by 20. The Pistons bench loves it. Jakob Poeltl underneath here. Catch and shoot is good underneath the basket. 10:57 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up by 18 here. Tobias with the basketball. On the right wing here. Working against RJ Barrett. Tobias has it. Paul Reed sets the screen. Rolls off it. Tobias Harris goes to his left. Inside here. Mid-range J is no good. Boarded by Jakob Poeltl. Upside to Quickly. Quickly has it for the Raptors on the left wing here. Working against Cade Cunningham. Quickly has it for the Raptors. Outside to Ingram. Ingram now has it. Working against Cade. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Scotty Barnes. Working against Asar Thompson. Inside here. Scotty Barnes' left-handed shot is no good. Boarded up and in, though, by Jakob Poeltl. 72-56 basketball game. 100% weeping. When Cade's like on his A game, he is, I think, the best player in the Eastern Conference. Asar inside here to Duncan Robinson. Puts up the mid-range floater is good. Nice find from Asar Thompson. 74-56 basketball game. Raptors on the left wing here. Brandon Ingram trying to dice up Tobias Harris. Shoots it over him, and he knocks it in. Tough shot for Brandon Ingram. 74-58 basketball game. Asar Thompson upside here to Cade Cunningham. Cade with the basketball inside to Paul Reed. Turnaround shot is good. B-ball Paul Reed doing it all for the Pistons in this game. 9:35 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons 76, Raptors 58. Again, Raptors only have 3 timeouts left, so they're going to have to start conserving those down the stretch here. Quickly has it for the Raptors. They're going to call a foul away from the basketball, I believe, on Duncan Robinson. B-ball Paul Reed. By the way, guys, if you guys are listening and tuning into the stream, make sure you guys have the red live button active on the show, or refresh the stream, just to make sure there's no delays or anything. Sometimes you know, if it like buffers for your internet, it might be like behind a bit. So refresh the stream to kind of stay up to date with the closest score of the game. Raptors score underneath here. Cade gets it upside to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson outside to Paul Reed on the left wing, working against RJ Barrett. Finds Asar Thompson. Asar working against Jakob Poeltl inside here. Outside of Duncan, he pulls up from three. No good. They're going to call a foul, though, away from the basketball, I believe, on Asar Thompson. So Raptors get it back. Paul Reed showing his game 100%. I might have to get a B-ball Paul Reed jersey. 76-60 basketball game. So Asar gets called for the travel. So Raptors have it. 8:50 left to play in the third quarter. 76-60 basketball game. Raptors looking to get it back down to 10. And again, there's a long way to go here. So 8:50 left to play in the third quarter. Yeah, I've thought about investing in a new webcam, Colin. The problem is sometimes it like goes in and out of focus for no reason. That's a good idea, though. Quickly pulls up from three at the top of the key. He knocks it in. 76-63 basketball game. What's up, Marvin's? He's on fire right now. Yeah, Cade's got 27 points in the first or in the game so far. Paul Reed goes inside here. Left-handed layup is good in transition. B-ball Paul Reed doing everything right now for the Pistons. 78-63 basketball game. Paul Reed's got 22 points, 3 boards, 3 blocks. Underrated stat right there. 3 blocks as well. Raptors outside to Jakob Poeltl. Finds quickly. Working against Asar Thompson. Upside to Scotty Barnes. Turnaround jump shots no good. Boarded by Cade Cunningham. Cade in transition here for the Pistons on the right wing. Cade has it. Outside to Duncan Robinson. He puts up a shot and it's no good. Asar lets it go out of bounds here. The ref is saying it's Pistons basketball underneath. 6 for 8 for Cade from the three-point line. Yeah, he gives up a big man for a stretch run for sure. 7:47 left to play in the third quarter. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Shout out to the Raptors fans, Pistons fans tuning in. Tobias misses the shot. Asar tried to poke it away to a teammate. Nobody was there, though. RJ Barrett in transition, so 3-on-1, and somehow he draws the foul. It was RJ Barrett in transition, and he was swarmed by 3 Pistons, and somehow he draws the foul. Pistons, by the way, they have the second best record in the NBA right now. They're the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. I saw a crazy stat, and this is like the Phil Jackson rule. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's the 40-20 rule. I guess dating back to like 1980, I think, 90% of NBA champions, they hit 40 wins before they hit 20 losses in their record book. So the Pistons are 1 win away from getting to 40 wins, and if they do that, just saying, it goes with the historical stat line. So take that if you will. 7:38 left to play in the third quarter. Raptors do knock down 1 free throw. So 7:35 left to play in the third quarter. Cade took over in the second half for sure, 100%. Cade on the left wing working against Scotty Barnes. Upside to Paul Reed here. Back to Cade. Cade with the basketball working against Scotty Barnes. Poked away from Scotty. Jakob Poeltl comes up with it. They're going to call a foul, though, on Paul Reed. They're going to get a reaching foul on him. Yeah, the 40-20 rule. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. And then I looked it up, and yeah, like 91% of all NBA champions, like the championship teams, going back for like the last 40 years, have won the title when they get to 40 wins first before they hit 20 losses. Scotty Barnes pulls off from 3. No good off the mark. Boarded by Paul Reed. Tobias in transition for the Pistons. Tobias on the left wing working against Asar Thompson. Finds Asar Thompson. Working against RJ Barrett. Asar with the basketball on the left wing. Drives inside here. Back out to Cade. Cade thought about a 3. Working against Scotty. Cade, 3 seconds in the shot clock. He's got to get a shot off. Pulls up from 3. Off the mark. No good. Boarded by Quickly. 14-point game. Quickly to full court here for the Raptors. Inside, puts up a shot, blocked by Paul Reed. Inside, a transition, Cade all the way to the rim, blocked by Scotty Barnes. That is Paul Reed's fourth block of the game. Fourth block of the game from Paul Reed. 78-64 basketball game. Raptors take a timeout. They're going to call a shooting foul on Scotty Barnes. So Raptors are down to their last 2 timeouts here. I think I have to buy a Paul Reed jersey. I just ordered a beef stew one, and I think I'm going to have to get a Paul Reed one. This guy just does everything for us. Literally. He has a mid-range jump shot. He has a little bit of a handle. He can occasionally shoot threes. He has 4 blocks. What is going on? We got a commercial break. What's Paul Reed's contract? I'm going to find that out right now. That's a good question. Paul Reed's contract, it's a 2-year, $11 million deal. $10.9 million. So it's good for next season. He actually just signed it before this season started. So we got him for a couple more years. And he's worth every single penny. I mean, that is just an absolute steal that Trajan Langdon did to Paul Reed. And the thing is like, we don't need him. Like, he's amazing, but he barely plays because Beef Stew and Duran are ahead of him in minutes. But he just does everything. I mean, he could get a career high tonight. He's got 22 points. He's 10 of 11 from the field. I mean, what more do you want out of your third string center? You talk about 2 guys that have been through a lot to get to the NBA. Paul Reed and Dennis Jenkins. Dude, I love this team, man. This team is like just, I can't wait for the playoffs. What's up, Linda? How you doing? Right, exactly. Yeah, and we need him. It's a solid depth piece in case something happens to Stewart or Duran or both, like we just had in Charlotte the other day with the suspensions. So it's crazy. Kevin Huerter checks into the game here for Asar Thompson. Dude, I want Kevin Huerter to make a 3. I'm going to go ballistic if the second he hits a 3. I need Red Velvet to hit a 3 for us. Cade misses the first free throw. What's new, right? Great in the second half against Charlotte, too. He played the entire second half, and he had to because we didn't have anybody else. And he's just been so solid, dude. Oh, my goodness. So, Cade misses the first free throw. 78-64 basketball game. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Yeah, we'll still figure out who actually won that trade, Ivy and Huerter. There's a bunch of different reasons why we did it. I think the overall talent is Ivy, but I think the fit could be Huerter. So 79-64 plus Ivy would have wanted a ton in the offseason, and I don't know if we could have kept him. Ingram at the top of the key working against Paul Reed. Cade knocks down the second free throw. Ingram trying to back down Cade outside to Quickly. Raptors wide open from 3 on the left corner. No good. Boarded by Tobias Harris. Cade gets it back, looking to run the show here for the Pistons. 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Cade working against Jamal Shed. Paul Reed sets the screen, rolls off. It gets it back from Cade. Inside, left-handed layup off the mark. Boarded by the Raptors. Raptors looking to control it down the stretch here. On the left wing, working against Cade. Quickly in front of Kevin Huerter. Quickly stops on a dime, goes to his left. Quickly outside to RJ Barrett. Barrett finds Shed. 5 seconds on the game clock. Kevin Huerter trying to stay in front of him. Good defense from Huerter. Duncan gets the rebound. Looking to push it for the Pistons here. Cade stops on a dime. Heat check for 3. No good off the mark. Boarded by Tobias inside here. Tobias puts up a shot up and in. Uncle T, you have to pay him this offseason. 81-64 basketball game. 5:15 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up by 17 points here. Herder on Quickly at the top of the key. Quickly goes to his right. Inside floater is good. 81-66 basketball game. Cade has it for the Pistons at the top of the key. What's up, Super Morty, man? How you doing, dude? 4:56 left to play in the third. Cade working against Shed. Cade outside Tobias Harris. Tobias trying to back down Ingram here. Tobias with the basketball, puts up a shot, draws the foul. Uncle T's going to go to the free throw line. 81-66 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Yeah, he started right away with Chicago. And the thing is Ivy's going to get more minutes with the Bulls than Herder is with the Pistons. It doesn't mean they're like better, less, or worse than each other. It just means the fit wasn't there. You know, we wanted to look what happened to Cade the second Ivy left the team. Just saying. Look at Cade's last 5-6 games since Ivy left the team. That's all I'm saying. Cade is playing like an MVP player right now. And Ivy, love him, wish him the best. He would disrupt Cade's flow sometimes during the game. I'm just saying. Cade's been an absolute animal the second Ivy was traded. 82-66 basketball game. Up by 16 points. Shed with the basketball. Outside here. Cade with the steal. On the fast break here. In transition. Finds Tobias. Backdoor for the layup. What a find from Cade. Inside to Tobias. 84-66 basketball game. 4:25 left to play in the third quarter. Tobias has 10.7 boards. Quickly, at the top of the key, finds Jackson Davis inside here. Blocked by Cade. Ooh, they're going to call a late foul. Oh, Cade doesn't agree with it. Oh, man, Cade was getting ready to turn on the afterburners in transition off that block. They're going to call a foul, though, on Cade. Oh, that is close. Wow, that's close. Man, I don't know about that. That looked like a clean block to me. Oh, underneath. Cade was trying to block Trace Jackson Davis. He got a little bit of his arm. Yeah, he got a little bit of his arm right there. All right, I could see that. Herder's deal expires, Naughty Ghost. So Ivy and Herder were both on expiring deals. JB Bickerstaff's going to challenge this year. This might be a clean block from Cade. It looked clean. I mean, I don't know. He might have gotten a little bit of his arm, but yeah, that's just crazy. Oh, it's insane, Colin. 28 game losing streak a couple years ago. It's the number one team in the Eastern Conference. You have a legit, when he's on his A game, top 5 player in the world in Cade Cunningham. We were on a commercial break, by the way, guys. Commercial break. And again, love Ivy. You have to think about the fit, right? There's a reason why every single Piston is on this team. Their talent and the fit, right? You got to make it work. A combination of both offense and defense. When both teams, you can only have 5 guys on the floor. So, yeah, you could get, KD, LeBron, Jokic all playing together would never work realistically, but you need the fit to work out well. And it's a lot of people are, well, Kevin Herter hasn't really done much for us. True. He's also coming off of shoulder surgery. We'll see what happens in the offseason with him. If we do extend him, I don't know what's going to happen with Kevin Herter, honestly, off-season, because they're both on expiring deals. But the reality is, Ivy would have wanted a ton of money this offseason. You're going to give Jalen Duren a $200 million deal. It's just going to happen, right? You have to think about Asar Thompson next. Ron Holland's in the wings. You're probably going to extend Tobias Harris. There is a salary cap, so it's a good problem when your entire team is on their rookie deals, but you can't keep the whole band together forever. And that's just what it was. And again, we're not GMs. Trajan Langdon saw it differently than what, most fans see. They can play the backseat GM all they want, but I feel like there's a lot more that goes into it for why a trade happens, why a wave happens, that most fans don't realize, Yeah, I think Kevin will be fine, right? I mean, you got to give him more time. This is a guy that went from a starter to a bench player, limited minutes so far, still trying to get his feet underneath him. Made a couple solid defensive plays so far, but he can shoot. He's having a down year, but give him time. 84-66 basketball game, back from commercial break. 4:05 left to play in the third quarter. Kevin Huerter on the right wing. Come on, Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter with the basketball inside, finds Tolu Smith underneath here. Tolu Smith misses the shot. He does get fouled, though, and Tolu Smith's going to go to the free throw line. I want Red Velvet to just bury a three. And I'm telling you, the second he hit, the first shot is everything, right? When he hits that first shot, a mental game is a big factor, right? When he gets on his groove, it could be a confidence booster as well. So I got no problem with it. And if we keep him, great. If we don't this offseason, whatever. But Langdon felt that the fit, again, Cade, look at Cade's stats the last 5-6 games when we let Ivy go. This is Cade's team 1,000% now. 84-66. Pistons missed both the free throws. What's up, Jimmy? 3:45 left to play in the third quarter. Quickly back outside to Grady. It is stolen away by Cade. Picked up by Javonte Green in the fast break. Javonte Green underneath to Kevin Huerter for the layup. Red Velvet on the board. 86-66 basketball game. Good find from the Pistons to get Kevin his first basket of the game. 3:25 left to play in the third quarter. Raptors outside here to Walter. Walter on the right wing. Walter outside to Grady. Inside to Trace Jackson Davis. Davis outside to Grady. He pulls up from three. It is good. What a shooter's roll that was. Wow, that ball bounced like 4 times before it finally fell home. 86-69 basketball game. 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Cade at the top of the key. Tolu Smith looking to help him out here. Double teamed inside of Tolu Smith. Smith with the basketball. Outside to Karis LeVert. He pulls up from 3. He buries it. Karis LeVert from the right wing. I know he's been getting a ton of hate from the Pistons fan base, social media wise. He can add that to his game occasionally. Grady with the basketball stolen away by Cade. We are watching an MVP player right now on the floor. Kevin Huerter with the basketball. No look pass to Javonte Green underneath. Shot is no good. Grady gets it back for the Raptors. Pistons up by 20. Raptors have it. Shed wide open for 3. No good. Boarded by Huerter. Upside to Karis LeVert on the right wing. LeVert has it for the Pistons. Looking to get it back to Cade. Cade gets out of LeVert's way now. LeVert with the basketball. ISO now between LeVert and Trace Jackson Davis. LeVert pulls up. Stops in a diamond. He buries it. Karis LeVert knocking down a huge 3 against the Raptors there. 1:55 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up on a 16-6 run here. Jackson Davis, he kind of had to fall on it. Loses it. Body was out of bounds when he touched it. Good defense from the Pistons and Tolu Smith. They force a turnover. Pistons get it back. Get to your guys' shots here in a couple seconds. 92-69 basketball game. Karis LeVert, he can knock down those threes, man. 1:48 left to play in the third quarter. Once we get to the end of the third, guys, I'm going to get to the chat. Cade looking to operate here down the stretch. Cade working against Scotty Barnes on the right wing here. Ooh, a moving screen's called on Tolu Smith. All right, turnover here. Both teams in the bonus. About a minute 40 left to play in the third. Pistons 92, Raptors 69. Quickly has it for the Raptors at the top of the key. Finds Scotty Barnes. Quickly pulls up from 3. They need it. They can't have it. Tolu Smith looking to fight off the rebound here. He does, and it's going to be Pistons basketball out of bounds. Huerter looking to run here. Finds Javonte Green. Upside to Karis LeVert. A minute 25 left to play in the third quarter. Karis LeVert working against Walter at the top of the key. Tolu Smith sets the screen. Rolls off it. Goes baseline. LeVert cross-court pass to Cade. Cade with the basketball working against Scotty. Cade with the basketball inside. Cross-court pass to Huerter for 3 from the corner. No good. Dang it. Red Velvet, you need to make a 3. A minute left to play in the third quarter. Dang it, I wanted him to hit that. 92-69 basketball game. 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Raptors have it, top of the key here. Raptors on the right wing, 5 seconds on the game clock. Quickly working in front of Cade here. Outside for the layup is good. Tough shot from the Raptors underneath here. 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Karis LeVert on the right wing. Finds Kevin Huerter back door. Kevin Huerter was pleading his case. He thought he got fouled underneath here. They're not going to get it, though. I thought the funniest thing the other day was Pistons were playing the Hornets, and B-ball Paul Reed was like arguing a call with an official, and it was a female ref. And he goes, "Come on, bro, it's not a foul." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Come on, ma'am, it's not a foul." It's just a natural instinct of like, "Come on, bro, that's not a foul." And then he realized, oh crap, it's a female ref. I thought that was hysterical the other day. 35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Yeah, Grady kind of got Kevin Huerter in the air. I don't know. They might take a look at this. I think they do. So Pistons are going to challenge this here. That was a crazy game, Super Morty. Come on, ma'am. Come on, ma'am. All right, let me take a look here. Pistons up by 21, dominant. A really good Raptors team, mind you. I mean, this is a number 5 team in the Eastern Conference. All right, let's see. Not leaving Kevin open for sure. And there's a reason why they have to keep Kevin Huerter, in front of him, because they don't want to leave him wide open for 3. Giving Cade room to work with. Kevin Huerter, where are you? Cade currently has 28 points, 8 assists, 7 boards. He's got like a couple steals too, I think. He'll get minutes in the fourth. Never call a female ref, bro. Well, it was funny because, like, I forgot. It was, like, late in the fourth quarter the other day against the Hornets. And there was, like, I think Paul Reed got called for a foul. And he's like, "No, it's not a foul. Come on, bro." And then it was, female ref. And you could tell his demeanor changed immediately. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am." 92-71 here. Pistons get it back underneath here. Cade finds Tolu Smith up and under for the finish. 94-71, so it wasn't a foul call, but the Pistons regained the possession. So it's back the other way. Pistons up by 23. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Quickly has it, working against Javonte Green. Outside of Scotty Barnes, working against Cade. Stops on a dime. Mid-range J is no good, off the mark. It is boarded by Walter. Outside to Grady. He pulls up from 3. He knocks it in. That's Grady's first bucket of the game. 5 seconds left. Third quarter. Cade Cunningham, ball in hand at the top of the key. 3 seconds. Cade going to work. Stops on a dime. Pulls up from 3. No good. Oh, I want him to hit that. That would have been sick. Pistons up by 20. Going to the fourth quarter. Thanks, Al. Yeah, LeVert has been making some big-time shots for the Pistons down the stretch. Thompson's not in the game right now, no. Give you guys some stat lines here as we head to commercial break. Again, huge shout out to Dina and Antoine for the super chats earlier tonight. Thanks again to you guys. You guys are awesome. Again, big shout again to Nick. He was the first ever super chat in this channel, so thanks again to Nick. Nick's a legend. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to help support the shows, just be here. Watch, listen, chat with other Pistons fans, Raptors fans, whoever we play. You guys are awesome. So thanks again for all the support. Pistons up by 20. We're going to the fourth quarter. As long as we don't completely collapse, I think we should win this game. I mean, it'd be pretty embarrassing to blow a 20-point lead going into the fourth, but we'll see. Cade's got 28, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. He also has 3 steals. Paul Reed, 22 points. Paul Reed is... It's our third string center. 22 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. It's going to be fun watching Paul Reed play, when until Stewart gets back. You got quickly, he's got 16 points for the Raptors right now. But again, you have the Pistons up 20 right now on the number 5 team in the Eastern Conference, Toronto Raptors, on the road. And you're without two of your best players. No Duren, no Stewart. You're up 20 on the road against a really good Raptors team. You got two All-Stars, Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. Like, these guys can play. This is...
Can the playoffs start tomorrow?
Can they start tomorrow? Can they start tomorrow? That'd be pretty cool, right? What's up, Gumby? 94-74 basketball game. Pistons up by 20 in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, we have the All-Star break, so is the Pistons' next game Thursday or Wednesday next week? I think it's Wednesday. I think they play the Knicks. It might be Thursday. I can't really remember. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. All I know is we play the Knicks next. Cade might get a triple-double tonight. Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious to see what JB does here. So right now, coming back down the stretch, the start of the fourth quarter. Playoffs. Jakob Poeltl inside here, misses the shot. Dennis Jenkins with the rebound. LeVert has it on the left wing here, going inside here. Loses it for a second. Tobias gets it back outside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed drives to his left, inside here. Left-handed layup is no good. Boarded by R.J. Barrett. 11:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Raptors have it. R.J. Barrett working against Karis LeVert. Inside the paint. Left-handed shot is no good. He does get called for the foul, though, so he's going to go to the free throw line. Paul Reed, Dennis Jenkins. When Beef Stew is active, him off the bench. Hopefully, Herter, right? LeVert. I want to see, more of Sasser and, Chaz Lanier. He can give you some scoring. RJ Barrett knocks down the first free throw. 94-75. RJ Barrett, 15 points, 4 assists. I need Red Velvet to hit a 3. It's going to happen. And when he does, I'm going to go ballistic. Okay? 94-76. I want Kevin Herter to make this three-point shot, and we're all going to lose our minds. All right? Jenkins working on quickly at the top of the key. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Outside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed finds Karis LeVert on the left wing. Stops on a dime, pulls up from 3. He buries it. Karis LeVert doing damage to this Raptors defense. 97-76. Brandon Ingram on the right wing working against Karis LeVert, trying to back him down. Stops on a dime, mid-range Jay's good. 97-78. Pistons up by 19. 10:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Dennis Jenkins working against quickly. Tobias Harris sets the screen, rolls off it, finds Paul Reed working against Poeltl. Trying to get to Karis LeVert. LeVert with the basketball. Top of the key. Backdoor find to Paul Reed. Underneath here. Paul Reed with the basketball. 4 seconds on the game clock. Kevin Herter thought about a 3. Kevin Herter, step back 3 for Kevin Herter. In and out. Come on! Dang it! Oh, that was so close. 10:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. Quickly with the basketball on the right wing here. Inside, puts it up and in. God, that was so close. 97-80 basketball game. He's gonna hit it. It's so close. Jenkins at the top of the key. Finds Tobias Harris on the left wing here. Working against quickly. Tobias inside to Kevin Herter. Backs out now, working against RJ Barrett. Kevin Herter. Shot clock running down. Inside floater in the paint. No good. Gets his own rebound though. Puts it back up and then Red Velvet. 99-80. Red Velvet Spicy Salsa. 9:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 19. Poeltl with the basketball. Trying to direct the offense here. Inside to Barnes. Barnes puts up a shot. Count the bucket and the foul underneath. Good drive from Scotty Barnes underneath. 17-point game. 9:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. If they start to hit a couple threes, this is an interesting game. So let's see what happens down the stretch here. And I think Herter's going to play more because of no Beef Stew, no Paul Reed. 9:28 left to play in the fourth quarter. Knocks down both free throws. Pistons basketball, top of the key here. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. On the right wing here. Kevin, back outside of Jenkins. Layup, floater, good. Dennis Jenkins, ladies and gents. 108-83. 9:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. R.J. Barrett stolen away by the Pistons. Upside Tobias Harris on the fast break for the jam. Pistons go up by 20. 8:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons on cruise control. Bench loves it. 8:50 left to play in regulation. Outside to Quickly. Pulls up from 3. Off the mark. It is boarded by Tobias. Kevin Huerter, I need you to make a 3. LeVert has it for the Pistons. Step back 3 for Karis LeVert. Outside, no good. It is boarded by Jenkins. Jenkins outside to Kevin Huerter. Huerter finds Tobias inside for the paint. Back out to Karis LeVert. LeVert working inside. Gets it back from Paul Reed. LeVert with the basketball drives to his left. Reverse layup off the mark. Boarded by Tobias. Outside of Jenkins. Oh! Finds Kevin Huerter. Kevin with the basketball. Outside of Jenkins. Jenkins with the basketball now. Good Lord. Can't make up their mind. Jenkins has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Drives to his right. Outside to Kevin Huerter for 3 from the corner. No good! Come on! 8 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Raptors with the basketball called for a foul underneath here. It's like in and out 3 times so far. Oh, man. We're going to get a Kevin Huerter 3. It's only a matter of time. 103-83. Oh. Raptors make the first free throw. Scotty Barnes knocks it in. Asar Thompson comes back into the game for the Pistons. Kind of a little bit of a scary fall Javonte Green had against the Charlotte Hornets. Luckily, he was fine, though. But he went, like, airborne. Raptors knocked down both free throws. Yeah, it's happened naturally. Yeah, for sure. 7:52 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons 103. Raptors 85. Jenkins has it for the Pistons. Outside to Asar Thompson. Asar with the basketball. Working against Scotty Barnes. Paul Reed upside to Kevin Huerter. Huerter finds inside to Paul Reed. Left-handed layup. No good. Boarded by Pirtle. Quickly has it in transition. Working against Kevin Huerter on the left wing. Inside to Pirtle. Pirtle puts up a shot. No good. He does get fouled, though. So Pirtle's going to go to the free throw line. Do you think K can make one more assist? That's a great question. That is a really good question. Pirtle at the free throw line. This is the first free throw. Pistons 103, Raptors 85. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out. Pirtle's second free throw on the way is up and in. Does knock down the second free throw. Pistons 103, Raptors 86. Down the stretch. 7:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. Paul Reed. Inbounds here to Asar Thompson. Asar finds Paul Reed working on Pirtle. Paul Reed with the basketball. Gets it out to Tobias Harris. Tobias inside. Back out to Paul Reed. Paul Reed drives left in the paint here. Paul Reed loses it. They're going to call a jump ball, though, against Paul Reed and I believe Brandon Ingram. 103-86. 7:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 17. You got Paul Reed and Brandon Ingram. Ref trying to tip it off here at the free throw line. Players trying to get set underneath. Ref, jump ball up top here. Paul Reed wins the tip. What can't this guy do? Dennis Jenkins inside here. It's going to be a foul called against the Raptors. Are they going to call a shooting foul on that? Yeah, they are. Jamal Shed picks up the shooting foul. Now they're going to switch it to Pirtle? Pirtle or Shed? They're going to get Shed, I think. Shed gets called for the foul. So Dennis Jenkins goes to the free throw line. Raptors are going to take a timeout. 7 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons bench, despite not having Isaiah Stewart or Jalen Duren in this game. They've been absolutely on a roll here. Going to a commercial break. You got Dennis Jenkins shooting free throws after the commercial break ends. We've been wanting A red velvet 3. He's been close twice so far. Raptors have, what is it? 2 timeouts left, 1 timeout left. 2 timeouts left. I wonder if they're challenging this. I couldn't really tell based on that first glance. We're going to commercial break though. Paul Reed 22 points. Cade's got 28. 9 assists, 7 boards. Absolutely on fire. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Again, huge shout out to Antoine and Dina for the super chats tonight. You guys are awesome. Like I said, as long as you guys are having fun in the chat, be respectful of one another, it's all good in the neighborhood. Okay. Did we confirm if that's Wednesday or Thursday? It is. When do we play the Knicks? It's it is Thursday. Okay. So, unfortunately, we have the All-Star break, but then we're going to get back. We're going to be playing at the Knicks. Is that the Knicks' first game back to after the All-Star break? That's going to be a really good game. Let me find out here. Yes, it is. So you got Pistons and Knicks, both first games off the All-Star break. That's a Thursday, February 19th. I'll be on that call. And I think the Knicks are they're getting a lot healthy now. Yeah, the New York Knicks, they missed. They didn't have OG Anunoby last time we faced them, and there was somebody else injured. Oh, Josh Hart left like earlier in the game. So gonna get him at full strength. Oh, Karl Anthony Towns. That's who wasn't in the game. So it's gonna be Thursday after the. That's too long. That's too long of a wait. Over a week away. Yeah, it's next Thursday, the 19th. That's the next Pistons game after the All-Star break. What's going on? Surge. Bigfoot. What's up? All right. Good stuff. Red Wings' first game back is the 21st. Okay, gotcha. 103.86. You got Raptors and Pistons. Jenkins at the free throw line knocks down the first free throw. They start spring training the same day. Nice. What's up, Savage? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm excited about the Tigers this year. Jenkins misses the second free throw. Back from commercial break. 104.86. Raptors back outside here. Working against Paul Reed. Finds quickly. Working against Herter. He puts up a 3. No good. Boarded by Tobias Harris. Tobias outside of Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins with the basketball. Working against the Raptors defense here. 6:40 left to play in the game. Jenkins has it. Top of the key here. They're going to clear an ISO for Jenkins here. Jenkins, mismatch. Step back J for Jenkins is good. How about Dennis Jenkins on the right wing there? Ooh, we got a Raptor down. Hopefully he's all right. Sandro was looking to guard Dennis Jenkins, and man, hopefully he's all right. It did not look good. So Sandro's down right now. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Jenkins was going to work against Sandro, and it looks like Sandro just kind of lost his footing. Ooh. Yeah, he like planted on his foot awkwardly. So hopefully he's all right. Yeah, that left calf. Oh man, Jenkins with a nice move. Hopefully Sandro's all right. That did not look good though off of the defensive play there. So they're gonna, I believe they're gonna call a is this an official timeout? Raptors timeout. I guess they're just gonna, yeah, Raptors have to take a timeout. So that's their last timeout because it's their guy. Jenkins cooked him. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice move on the out of bounds. Oh, for sure, MSU. Verlander was like my childhood hero. And the thing is like, you got the angry Tiger fans that are always complaining about something. Well, why didn't we sign Grandpa Verlander? We could have spent that money elsewhere. It's like, he's going to be your fourth or fifth option in the rotation, right? It's cool. Like, it's nostalgia, and it's kind of like he can still pitch. I mean, like, the end of the year last year, he was having like a sub-3 ERA. 42 years old, still going strong. Yeah, that was awesome. That was so cool to see him getting back. Now we need to get Scherzer. Scherzer's still a free agent. So is JD Martinez. There you go, Hal. Amen, brother. God is great. Traded Verlander at the deadline, especially how bad Morton turned out to be. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's especially with Valdez too. Valdez, Skubal, Mize, Verlander, and then probably Flaherty. And that's just it, Jesse. He deferred all that money. That's like a very solid move. Like, he's getting paid the $13 million off that deal, but he's deferring like $11 million of it to like 2030, which is great. So we're in a commercial break right now. Hopefully Sandro's all right. 106-86 basketball game. Like I said, guys, if you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps out the shows. Pistons have the Knicks on Thursday. Then they got the Bulls the following Saturday. We play Wemby next Monday, the 23rd. And then the Thunder and Cavs. So we got a good schedule coming up here to end on February. Mickey Lolich, he was solid. 106-86. Back from commercial break here. Pistons have it. Asar Thompson, the other way here. Stolen away. Tobias gets it back to Asar Thompson. Outside to Paul Reed. Wide open from the corner for three. No good. It is going to be out of bounds. Raptors basketball. Yeah, it sucks we lost Olsen. I like Reese Olsen a lot too. But hopefully we can get Job back like midway through the season. I forgot about Job. Like, even Troy Melton. Like, our rotation is so solid this year. Raptors outside corner for three, no good. Back outside to Ingram. He pulls up from three. He knocks it in. I did a play-by-play reaction stream of Game 5 against the Mariners. That was so sad. 15-inning game and we lose. Second, we brought Tommy Kahnle, and I'm like, we're so screwed. Outside here, poked away from the Raptors. Even like Cotter Montero. Kahnle Jensen, Chris Federer has done a great job for the Pistons, for the Tigers. For sure. Yeah, 5:33 left to play in the fourth quarter. Tobias Harris on the left wing here, working against the Raptors. Sandro is okay. He's back in the game here, which is good to see. Outside of Tobias, working against Sandro. Paul Reed sets the screen here. Tobias outside, pulls up from the mid-range J, no good. Boarded by Paul Reed inside. Left-handed layups, no good. Upside to Scotty Barnes. Barnes working to push it to Ingram. Ingram on the right wing here. Poked away and stolen away by Asar Thompson. Asar in transition for the Pistons on the left wing here. Backside now finds Tobias Harris. Catch and shoot three. No good. It is going to be boarded by Jenkins. Upside to Kevin Huerter. Huerter has it now for the Pistons. Huerter finds Paul Reed. Back out to Jenkins. What's going on, Cornelius? Jenkins pulls up from the mid-range J. No good. Boarded by the Raptors. Raptors to full court here. 4:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. RJ Barrett upside to Brandon Ingram. Working against Tobias Harris. Scotty Barnes does the screen. Outside to RJ Barrett. Pulls up from three. No good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar looking to push it up in transition here for the Pistons. Finds Kevin Huerter. Paul Reed sets the screen. Kevin Huerter working against Sandro. Kevin Huerter, mid-range J, is good. Kevin Huerter, red velvet, 108-89 inside the paint. Nice job from Kevin Huerter there. 4:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that was a late game. Tobias gets the rebound. Shot is off the mark for the Raptors. Cade's 54% from the three-point line tonight. That's awesome. Shed fouls Jenkins. Skubal, Valdez, Flaherty, Verlander, Mize. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what AJ Hinch does, like the rotation. It'd be so cool if he got the home opener for JV. I don't know if it'll line up or not, though, for it. Because they play like the first 6 games on the road to start the season. Paul Reed is checking out of this game. Well-deserved rest for Paul Reed. He's been absolutely outstanding tonight for the Pistons. So Sasser checks into the game for the Pistons. So is Bobby Klintman. Good to see those guys get some minutes here. Tobias checks out. Raptors basically doing the same thing here. Asar takes a breather. 3:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's going to be poked away from the Raptors. Pistons basketball underneath. Oh, yeah, Cornelius. I love Paul Reed. He's just such an efficient player, and he's our third-string center, and he's doing this. It's like insane. Pistons put up the layup, no good. Off the mark, boarded by the Raptors. Raptors right now on the floor have Jackson Davis, Battle, Walter Martin, and Grady on the floor right now. Jackson Davis outside here working against the Pistons. Grady has it working against Sasser outside to Walter. On the left wing here, Walter drives. Stolen away. Ooh, nearly stolen away by Sasser. There's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Yeah, that 15-inning game was brutal. That was so brutal. Shane, the offense just totally, besides Carpenter, like, it was bad. But we're banking on Green and Torque having big years, you know. Grady, mid-range J is good. Knocks it in. 108-91. Raptors are out of timeouts. Jenkins has it for the Pistons inside here. Tried to get it underneath here to Tolu Smith. Poked away, though, from the Raptors. Raptors outside to Grady, working against Dance Jenkins. Grady pulls up mid-range J is no good off the mark. Kevin Huerter with the rebound. 2:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Sasser has it for the Pistons. Top of the key, working against Jackson Davis. Outside to Kevin Huerter. Back to Sasser. Sasser on the right wing here. Inside here. Klintman inside. He's going to lose it out of bounds. It's going to be Pistons basketball underneath. Raptors on the floor. Trace Jackson Davis, Battle, Walter Martin, Grady. Pistons have Tolu Smith, Bobby Klintman, Kevin Huerter, Marcus Sasser, Chaz Lanier. Huerter finds Lanier on the left wing, drives baseline, puts up a wild shot, off the mark, no good, boarded by Tolu Smith, outside to Chaz Lanier. Lanier has it for the Pistons, gets it over to Bobby, finds Sasser on the right wing. Marcus Sasser, 5 seconds on the shot clock, finds Bobby Klintman. He puts up a 3, no good. Boarded by the Raptors. 2 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I love Chaz a lot. He's only going to improve. Bobby with the basketball for the Pistons. Outside to Chaz Lanier. Lanier pulls up from 3. Ooh, in and out, no good. 1:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. And the thing is, like, if we don't re-sign Huerter, you could possibly consider Chaz Lanier getting more minutes in that spot. 1:45 left to play in the fourth quarter here. Walter drives to his right, bothered by Kevin Huerter. 1:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Inside here to Grady. He puts up a layup. No good. Draws the foul, though. Grady's going to go to the free throw line. Again, huge shout out to Dina and Antoine. Super chats tonight. Thank you guys so much for that. Hall of Fame Dono, Nick, first ever super chat. Thanks again, Nick. Grady knocks down the first free throw. You talking about the soccer team, Wesley, Detroit City FC? Grady knocks down the free throw. 1:34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Peace out, Cornelius. Take care, buddy. 1:25 left to play in the fourth quarter. Sasser has it for the Pistons. Working against Jackson Davis on the left wing here. Sasser outside here. 1 minute left to play in the fourth quarter. Left-handed layup is good. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Dad's awesome. 110-93. A minute 10 left to play in the fourth quarter. Raptors basketball underneath here. Shot off the window is good. 110-95. Final minute left to play of the fourth quarter. Sasser has it for the Pistons at the top of the key. Pistons up by 15, down to their final minute. Sasser with the basketball. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to just wind down the clock here, basically. 3 seconds. Sasser has to put up a shot. Finds Kevin Huerter for three. He buries it. There it is. Red velvet. Kevin Huerter knocks down the three. He's on the board. That is his first made three-point basket. Kevin Huerter, red velvet. Oh, that was awesome. I've been waiting for that. Let's go, Kevin. 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. It might be the final shot of the game. Oh, that was so cool. Kevin Huerter, 9 points, couple boards. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter finally hits his first three as a Piston. And that was all she wrote. Time's going to wind out. Pistons win 113-95. Kevin Huerter, the truth. Best player on the team. 113-95. Red velvet for the win. Detroit basketball through and through. God bless. Love you all. You're all freaking amazing. I'll see you guys next Thursday. No Pistons games because of the All-Star break. So, Pistons, New York Knicks, next Thursday. That's going to be a great game. Love you all. Again, huge shout to Dina and Antoine tonight. You guys are fantastic. I love you all. I'm your host, Carson, and we will see you all on the next live stream. Adios, amigos. God bless. See you guys.